Welcome, intrepid travellers, to the magnificent metropolis of Riverdale. I can't say that word. Amongst the cobblestone streets and ornate spires that reach towards the sky, the bustling city is alight with the joyous celebration of this festival of reflection. The cobblestone streets are filled with vendors selling their wares, performers in the streets entertaining the crowds with their colourful acts, and aromas of exotic foods waft through the air. Every nook and cranny of the city is adorned with banners and decorations, and the spirit of celebration is palpable. The Festival of Reflection is a grand occasion that marks a coming of a new era of peace and hope to the world of Drivani. Every 10 years, the people of Riverdale gather to commemorate the signing of the Treaty of Peace, which ended the devastating Shadow War that once ravaged this world. But this year's festival is unlike any other. For this year's festival marks 50 years since the treaty was signed. The city is alive with the promise of hope and renewal. Oh, said that already? Nope, okay. But beneath the jubilant songs and dancing, a shadow looms, threatening to darken the celebrations. As we gather to commemorate this historic occasion, we are reminded of the sacrifices of those who came before us, and the great strides we have made toward peace and prosperity. 70 years ago, in Drivani, apologies.
Don't worry.
70 years ago, the world of Drivani was plunged into war and chaos when the armies of Ebros and Vash joined forces and managed to destroy the connection of the ancient cloister of Drivani. The cloister is the gods of this world, and when the connection was stripped, all magic was also. This was not by mistake, as we came to discover, as the ruling forces of Orin, Urith, Pagoras, Afari, Falor, and Aria had become heavily reliant on their mages for pretty much everything. And the two lands of brutish barbarians sought to sweep across the world, killing, plundering, and enslaving anyone who wouldn't join them. It is important to note that these continents, up until now, had completely operated separately, but now joined forces to fight back the enemy. We call these years the Shadow War. Once over, the Treaty of Peace was signed, Abros and Vash were cut off from the rest of the world. They are now commonly referred to as the Shadowlands, and not much is currently known about them. The Treaty of Peace brought together the rest of the known world under the Conclave, a council of royal families that now rule. It only took 15 years for the Order of the Ancient Cloister to reconnect to the gods via giant carved monoliths. Giant monolithic statues.
Same thing.
Yeah. One placed in each capital city in each continent. And with this, the magic flowed once more. And peace has been easily kept since then. Most don't remember the dark days of the Shadow War. You, the esteemed group of heroes known throughout the realms as the Defenders of Drivani, have been invited to the grand opening ceremony of the Orin Games. The Orin Games are a prestigious event that brings together the greatest warriors, mages, and adventurers from across the realms. But beneath the jubilant atmosphere of festival, a shadow of uncertainty looms. The fate of the world hangs in the balance, and only by embracing the light can you hope to save it from the darkness that threatens to consume it once more. The future of Drivani, perhaps all of existence, rests in your hands. Will you rise to the challenge, or be consumed by the shadows that threaten to engulf us all?
We'll see.
Well,
We will see.
Hopes on high right now.
Yeah.
I would love for you all to roll me a d20.
Ooh. Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay, that's a good start.
Don't
That is a
know
good
why that was
start.
such a surprise for everyone. Playing
You have
D&D.
to roll.
Please roll a dice. What?
What do you mean?
So
Well,
Ham,
at least it's
what did
not
you get?
percentile.
17.
17. Chris?
6.
6. Dan?
18.
18. And Evan?
15.
Oh.
Nice.
Come on, Chris. Lay the side
Hey, look.
down.
Everybody above 10 dice.
I'm stocking them up for later. Don't worry.
So we join our game.
Sure.
You've been in Riverdown for 3 to 4 days, depending on when you arrived. You've been taking in the atmosphere of the games that started well before the games start. People have been drunk probably for the last week. And as you walk the streets, you can really get this atmosphere, this feeling that is very tangible of just relief of the... can't think of the word.
Anticipation?
The anticipation of the games. They know that people travel from the entire globe to fill these stands, not just to participate, but just to witness the majesty of these games. So they gathered in the arena. If you flip to the battle map. Oh, I haven't flipped to the...
I was just admiring the lovely continental map that you got
Yeah.
Very nice. Look at
on the screen right now.
this.
Every time you said the name of a place, I was looking for them frantically on the map. I was like, oh, context.
So this should be... so this...
Whoa.
I couldn't quite get the scale right,
Oh, wow.
but this is Riverdown. Quadrant city that all surrounds the sacred circle, which is where the monolithic statue is erected. You can see the monolithic statue from the top tiers of the arena because it stands at over 250 feet tall.
Whoa.
The statue itself is of a golden elf with a magnificent bow. Standing in the center of the arena on a raised platform is this gentleman. Did he pop up?
I hope I've gone to the arena.
Yeah, hold on. He didn't pop up. Damn it.
I'm looking at the city map right now.
Yeah, sorry. I'm new to OBS. I mean,
It's fine, take your time. I'm enjoying exploring the map for clues
Yeah, I know,
about,
right? Come on, guys,
about what
let's
the
go on
hell's
a
about
tour.
to go wrong.
We're going on a little tour here.
Here we go.
This is cool.
I like it. Oh, I see a person.
Oh, a person. Oh, a person.
Oh.
Calm down, Han, calm down.
Well, hello there.
Had to be a tiefling.
This gentleman is a dark-skinned tiefling that is well known throughout Oran as a presenter of sorts, a mild celebrity. He hosts most games. He he's often in the Oran Chronicle, talking about various different celebrities of the time. This is Jackson Bell.
Jackson Bell.
Jackson Bell Drivati.
Oh.
A flamboyant man in everything he does, from the way he dresses to the way he holds himself. There is nothing dull about this man. As the hush falls on the massive crowd. Where did I put it? Sorry.
It?
Massive
It's
crowd.
admiring the
Love
view.
some of that.
Won't open. I
do enjoy it.
apologize, guys.
Do enjoy a massive crowd.
His booming voice echoes throughout the crowd and the stands, magically enhanced to sound as if he's right beside you. Your Majesties, as he indicates towards the royal box. My lords, my ladies, and he flamboyantly turns to the crowd. And to everyone else not sitting on a cushion. Welcome to the grand spectacle of the Oran Games. Within these hallowed halls, legends will be born, champions will rise, and today we will celebrate the spirit of competition, the thrill of the combat, and the wonders of magic. Our arena is the realm where is the realm where the impossible becomes possible, where dragons soar and the earth trembles beneath mighty titans. Our heroes, drawn from every corner of the realm, will test their mantle against one another, foraging their own stories and etching their names across the annals of history. But this event is not just of might and magic. It is a celebration of friendship, of camaraderie, of valor and honor. These warriors and sorcerers take to the field. They do not do so for themselves, but for their champions, their clans, their kingdoms. You hear the almighty roar of the crowd. So, let us raise our voices in unison, cheering for our champions and honoring their bravery, and reveling in the magic for this wondrous arena. But before we begin, let me introduce our champions of Drivani today. And he gestures to a tunnel that is leading onto the arena. Nero Vermon, savior of Augustin. Who do we see approach the podium?
Well, you see what looks to be someone who looks to be dressed in what looks like an ornate breastplate, a red scarf draping over his shoulder from the one side and down over the breastplate and down to his waist, and a leather belt crossing the other side, so it's sort of like a crisscross pattern. A dark leather vest and pants. You see this slightly tanned and very handsome and regal tiefling with these deep scarlet locks and brushed mostly to one side, and elegant ram horns sort of curling behind his ears. And he has very piercing amber eyes, almost glowing a little bit with a sort of golden hue. He's he has like a very chiseled jaw and a sort of 5 o'clock shadow sort of mixed with a 2 or maybe 3 day stubble. He's
Nice.
trying to. His clothes are very, very like well pressed and very elegant, but he looks like he's probably slept in a haystack during like a day or 2.
No
Nice.
relation. Can
As
we get
you-
a close up on his Albert token?
Yes,
Oh no, that's not what
can.
we're doing.
Hold on 2 seconds.
Just so we can see the artwork. Put a face to the words, a picture to the words.
Where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
Dragon near you.
And as you approach the
Hey.
podium, you are greeted by these 2 young, probably about 12-ish elves. Well, they look about 12-ish. They could be much older. They're elves, dressed all in white. And one of them hands you a metal torch that is already lit, and the other one takes your hand and leads you behind Jackson Bell to your obvious spot. As Jackson Bell again bows to you, bows to the crowd. And next we have the sibling celebrities, the heroes of Dresport. We have Titus and Trinity Valorborn. And the crowd goes wild. Who do we see coming out of the tunnel?
Well, emerging from the tunnel first, quickly followed by a cacophony of screaming, probably a mixture of teenage girls and single mothers.
Yes.
An incredibly handsome human man with ripped muscles on his torso, big pecs, kind of Conan the Barbarian straps over his chest, and a small pauldron on one of his shoulders. He's got kind of medium blonde hair that sort of flicks in a bit of a quiff to one side. Similarly, very chiseled jaw, and you see he's kind of grinning at the crowds and holding up his arms every now and then to accept roses that are being thrown at him. As he sort of enters the more sort of central area of the arena, he has 2 great swords crossed across his back, and these are 2 very large swords. They are great swords. One of them has a red gem in its pommel, and the other one has kind of a tassel coming off the pommel with like a sort of purple feathers and stuff coming off it. He takes both of them up off his back, throws one in the air, and begins sort of spinning the other great sword in one hand, almost like Final Fantasy VII Cloud Victory pose kind of thing, you know, where he's, and like shoves it into the ground in front of him. And as he does, the other sword, he whistles, it goes, and it stabs into the ground in front of him to create an X in front of him, and then he just kind of puts one thumb behind his lats and does a muscle pose, and then one big bicep curl and holds the bicep there as the crowd cheer.
And from the kind of some of the like about mid height across the arena stands, there's a slight murmuring and whispering as people notice the presence of another individual who's snuck their way into the stands themselves, who somersaults down, and begins to cartwheel across the plane, the playing area. And as she does so, you see bleach blonde, long, curly hair that's just flowing out everywhere. Like, it's a miracle it's not going in her face. You see very, very skimpy looking armor, like so tight, and it's got like goes into not even a skirt. You can't even class it as a skirt. It's like it's got 2 massive slits down the sides, so showing all of her thighs. And
very Xena Warrior.
Yes,
Yeah.
very skinny, very tall. But has 2 bows on the back of her back. And as she somersaults, she whips out this longbow, gives a little whistle alongside the teenage girls in the crowd, and lets off an arrow which begins to weave itself around the crowd, almost hitting people before skirting through, going through the X in the great swords that Titus has laid down, or going through his muscles and back into her quiver as she kind of somersaults over and crouches beside him and like lifts up a hand to acknowledge the praise.
Yeah, and you can tell that this is a very rehearsed entrance and final
That was
pose for
routine.
these two. And like, and as that sort of that pose is held for a couple of seconds, they both break almost simultaneously and just start shooting kisses up to the crowd and stuff like that, and then like come together in a very friendly and strong pair.
With again another roar of the crowd with this display. It almost takes Jackson Bell by a bit of surprise, but then he quickly, as a devout professional, gets it back. Okay. And finally, but not last, no.
By no means
Not
least.
last. Yeah, not least. That's the word. We have Soranus Blackwood, the warrior of Amport and the glorious first flame? Fire Knights. The glorious son of the Fire Knights. As who approaches?
The tunnel, having watched the three in front of him go and do what they do, someone just goes, I wish I'd gone first. All right. And in a very humble fashion, with very little fanfare to his own presence, Soranus just sort of walks into the sunlight wearing the heaviest gear of anyone so far. So he is tall, roughly about 6'2", a dark charcoaled black skin, almost sort of like burnt wood with slightly lighter patches where things would be, hair that is a deep, warm orange color that seems to be both flame and hair simultaneously and is pushed back, a similarly well-kept but slightly unkempt stubble of hair, which is the same deep orange color that seems to slightly glow against his skin. Eyes, again, deep burning orange with very little distinguishing what is iris and what isn't, but there is a slightly darker tint to the center as there is to the outside. He is wearing what would for any normal person be clothing that would be far too hot for this day, but he is quite clearly a fire genasi and is wearing his clerical knightly gear, which is it sort of looks like a bit like waders, but very thick, with armored knee pads and these huge greaves. A very thick, long black cloak that sort of coat that comes just below the knee, that has a very high upturned collar and is padded with pauldrons and armor on the elbows. Two huge gauntlets that seem burned but don't seem to be flaked or damaged in any way. These metal coverings with small holes that seem burned and singed where flame has clearly been produced from them adorn his arms and come nearly to the elbow. He is wearing a hefty amount of gear for this kind of thing. He sort of looks to the crowds, unsure of what to do, and just kind of waves waves a bit towards people before quite quickly making his way to the stand to get this over with. He doesn't really need the fanfare or the adoration from the crowd. He just wants to join the group and let everyone else do what they need to do.
You see, as you approach the podium, the two elven girls were completely transfixed on the brother and sister and had completely forgotten what they were there to do. Suddenly, oh, yes. And they pick up 3 of these torches and hands one to you, and the other elven girl leads you to the thing as the first elven girl runs and cut hands, like head bowed, blushed right across her face, and hands the two of you both your torches too. Sorry. As she ducks, as she goes off the stage. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that, let the games begin. And he, with a flurry of his hand, points down to a little oil bowl that is standing in front of all of you, and indicates for you to light it. What do you do?
Don't light it. I throw the torch away. Wild card.
Allow
We're not
me.
having games then.
Allow me, as the most famous person here, I should be the one to start the ceremony, surely. I just say amongst this group of people in the center. And he very confidently whips
I'm
his,
gonna quickly do
torch
shake
out.
water and distinguish his flame as I light it myself.
and he's like sort of walking backwards towards the bowl of oil, like taking in the crowd, like kind of trying to hype people up. And then he turns around to go and light and sees his torch has gone out.
Oh, sorry, darling. Let me take that. And I'll light the bowl.
Okay. You do see there's like a bit of a little murmur around the crowd, and you see Jackson Bell is a bit like, this wasn't supposed to happen. And you do see as the flame ignites in the bowl, the little trail that leads from the bowl is it's dug from the bowl straight down the middle of the arena, right up the back, and you do see this massive torch woofs into life, and the crowd go like louder than you've ever heard them. You do also notice there are like people have made banners which it's got a shield and it's got 2 D's on it that back to back that do match the pins you're wearing. There is also a couple of cosplayers that you do spot within the crowd that vaguely you can say, yeah, that's me or that's him, yeah, all throughout the crowd. Suddenly, as the crowd get louder and louder, the ground starts to shake. And you take this as just the crowd, but then it intensifies and gets more, to the point that you're having to steady yourself. And you can see the look of alarm on Jackson Bell's face as this massive explosion off to the center of town.
Not in the arena.
No.
Oh, shit.
I told you should have let me do it.
You've angered the gods now.
For a second, the crowd think this is part of the plans. This is fireworks. This is obviously a part of the show, and they even clap even louder. Then you hear the screams, and you all realize simultaneously something has gone wrong. And you are ushered quickly off the stage and down the thing as the crowd are starting to panic. You see the very official looking guards appear from seamlessly nowhere. You hadn't seen a single official guard up until this point. And now they are flooding the arena. They're coming down from the top stands and out from the tunnels, and they are controlling the crowd. But you only catch a glimpse of this as you are whisked through the tunnel itself. What do you do?
Who's whisking us?
Pardon?
Gods.
Who's whisking us? Who's taking us away?
So you got 5 guards, the 2 elves, 2 elven girls, and Jackson Bell. So they are surrounding you and they're ushering you, and you hear they are talking to someone that isn't there. And they say, no, yes. No, they're safe. No, don't worry. They're getting straight there. Don't worry. I have no idea. What? I don't know. You tell me. But it's very one-sided of the conversation.
Sorry, but what in the 9 hells is going on?
Sorry,
Yes,
sir.
please explain yourself. First there were no pomegranates in my dressing room, and now this. What the hell is going on?
You see, for the first time, you look upon the guy you're addressing's face, and he is obviously the one that's talking. He's the one that is coordinating this small group of guards. And there's a young human face with mousy brown hair that is slicked back, obviously with far too much gel, but he's wanting to look good for the occasion. His armor is simple, but pristine, and it's obviously never seen a single blade because there's not a dent or a scratch on it. And you see the fear in his eyes as he goes, I'm following orders. You are to go back to the waiting room. I don't know. As he then just ushers you forward.
Sorry, young squire boy, what is your name?
My name is Vernon.
Vernon, right. We are clearly suited to this kind of predicament, so if you want to take us where we're supposed to go, I'm
Yes. Sorry, sir.
Don't promise it.
Sorry. I have to take you back to your waiting room, and then I'm pretty sure and you see that he stops mid-sentence as he's listening. Yes, the king is going to come and receive you in your dressing room. This is something you can help with.
Sorry, you want us to go back to the dressing room without the pomegranates?
And we came here to entertain our adoring public. We can't do such from a green room.
Put us in battle and perform!
Titus kind of leans over to Trinity. Although, they did say the king might not be a complete blowout after all.
That could be good for us. That could be good for our image. No, we will see him.
You see at that moment, as you guys are not doing as you're being told, he is like wiping his sweaty palms off on his trousers, and he looks like he's about to cry. Like he's just like, please, these are my orders.
All right, young man. Lead the way, I guess.
As
Wash of relief goes over his face.
As Vernon is leading us away to wherever it is, he just feels a very reassuring hand from Soranus on sort of his right side, and as he's walking, he's, I know those two, for the moment, are a little much. Do you think it might be worth us meeting the king somewhere that isn't so exposed? Do you have two-way communication with whoever you're talking to? We could make a halfway journey. Say him coming all the way here, we can get ourselves there. It's just good tactics.
I do believe he's already on his way. They took him to safety first, and this is conversation on the move. They took him to safety first, but I believe they said to go straight to your waiting room, and he will meet you there. That is as much information as I'm privy to.
Okay, fine. That is.
Well,
The waiting
this is
room
going to be a
is-
long day.
The waiting room is beneath the arena, so you should be safe there.
We know we were just there, but it's fine. You take us.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry.
No, stop calling me sir. You're doing well. This is good.
You do see the two young elven girls have clutched to either side of Titus, like one elbow each. They have clutched to you as you are going down.
They smell an odd odor coming from Titus's ass as I cast prestidigitation to make it seem like he's farted.
Worry not, fair maidens. Titus Valaborn shall save you from whatever evil lurks beyond the walls of this Colosseum. For we are... Why are you making that face?
I've never been in the company of such a famous...
No, you
Person.
have not.
Sorry. As they carry on. It doesn't take you long to wind your ways back down the stairs, through the corridor, back to the pomegranate-less room that you were in before. You do all gather in the one room where you had separately had separate rooms, but they lead you to one room. It's large. To be fair, it was the siblings' room, so it's the largest room of the three. Has a comfortable couch, and it did have a banquet table led on one room with various fruits and cheeses and stuff. Pomegranates, though. And the lights on the walls are crystals that glow in sort of a mid. It's not dim, but it's dimmer than bright light. You do see them flicker and falter every now and again, though it wasn't previously when you were in that room and you were left alone.
Super important question.
Mhm.
Where's the alcohol in the room?
No alcoholic beverages before the games. That's the rules. Though we can probably find something. I have to get the girls to safety. The king will be.
Yeah, of course. Take care of the girls. We can manage ourselves. And meanwhile, I
The king will be
think
here shortly. Ladies, and you do see he takes a firmer tone with them, as they, even with the smell, they begrudgingly let go of the rippling muscles that is Titus, and they bow to you all as they exit the room.
Farewell, ladies. We will be returned together soon, I'm sure. Barnaby is my assistant here.
Your assistant isn't there.
Barnaby, where are you? That
You
bloody
do
boy.
hear, as you are listening out to hear Barnaby, you do hear the still footsteps and rushing. Even this low underground, you can hear every now and again. You hear someone run past your door, but the shaking has stopped. But there is still commotion sounds. But you are left alone for a good few minutes. So, do what you wish with that.
What music do you want?
Oh. I will sort that while you roleplay.
Okay.
So after realizing Barnaby has scarpered off somewhere and is not here to attend to his duties, which is very frustrating, Titus just turns back into the room. Goodness sake. I think I've heard of you. And he looks at Soranus.
But, me? Potentially. Who are you?
Oh, yes. Very funny. Very funny. But remind me your name.
Soranus Blackwood. You can call me Sora. Most people do.
Very well. And you're the first the son of some flame knights or something or otherwise?
Yes, I'm a Fire Knight of the New Dawn Creed. Well,
Our father fought with the New Dawn Creed back in the Shadow War, didn't he, Trinity?
Yes, he did.
In
Valiant
fact, I believe
soldier.
it. Indeed, our father was one of the greatest warriors of that war. I'm sure you've heard of him and thus us. But it's funny you should say that. I believe my father bequeathed me this sword as was once a gift from your people. And he takes off the great sword that had the red ruby in it. He says, yes, I believe this was made by your ilk. And he kind of whips it and the whole great sword bursts into flames. Yeah, it's quite a handy little thing.
I mean, I've been with them since I was a boy. Your names have never come up in story or text or history book, but I assume you are as famous as you declare yourself to be. That could
You
be
mean to tell me you have never heard of Sir Maximus Valorborn?
You've never read a copy of Adventuring Now magazine? We've been on basically every cover for the last 6 weeks.
We don't have that kind of reading within the temple. It is considered.
You poor things.
It's
What a droll life.
It rots the mind, we find. So we tend to keep that kind of trash out, I'm afraid. We only have the best books. You know, to make strong minds, strong warriors.
Adventuring Now magazine is a very reputable publication, I'll have you know.
I mean, if you like a good crossword, probably, but I tend to, you know, do worthwhile things with my time. He says he seems to be trying to sort of, he looks at you, but doesn't seem to be taking you as seriously as you probably would like to be, as he's like tightening pauldrons, like pulling things together, getting himself ready. And as he sort of turns and pulls the coat, you see on his back the insignia of the New Dawn Creed, which is 2 big metal gauntlets like the ones he's wearing holding a sun, and it's just sort of strapped across his back, and sort of so what do you do? Sorry, what is your how have you entered the games?
What don't we do is probably the better question.
We are some of the finest heroes in the whole of the continent.
We also do the occasional birthday party.
Indeed.
Oh,
I have
for
a book. I have a book
entertainment.
coming out
Makes
as well.
sense.
In fact, I must tell Barnaby that we must cancel that signing later today. I think this might take
Yes,
a
it's
little
gonna
longer than we
clash.
expected. Bugger.
Announcement, and you hear from your pins that or your thing. It speaks loudly from there. Announcement. Sorry, change to your orders. You are to make your way to the royal chambers, where the royal family will receive you immediately. That is immediately. Don't dally.
Do we know if these are two-way communications, or is this just a
No.
one-way thing?
It is they can connect to it, but you can't connect to them.
Well, come then. An audience with the king will get us interviews for the next 2 weeks. And he puts out an arm to his sister.
I kind of throw on a cloak and take the arm and just head out.
Oh yeah, important to note. Titus does wear a cloak. It has been billowing consistently the whole time you've met him, regardless of wind.
Just out of curiosity, do we know where we're going?
Interesting that you asked that. Nero does. Nero has been in the court before, but only briefly. So you've never been in the royal chamber, but you have been in the throne room when you received your pin. It was in Riverdown, and so you do know that it's to the north, but it's in this quadrant. So if you flip back to the map, I can ping. It is this building here.
Right.
Map.
Nero's gonna immediately walk up to the large table that we have with fruits and cheeses and everything. He's gonna grab a handful of grapes and a cheese, and shove half of the cheese in his mouth and go, "All right, let's go," and just start eating grapes as he's walking.
As you
And
exit,
some of them sort of trickle down. He doesn't really care. He's eating half the cheese, throwing the other half away on the ground, and just keeps walking.
as you exit your room, you do notice there is no one in the corridor anymore. You do know that if you go left, literally had to do that to figure it out. So if you turn left and you carry on down the long corridor, there is a large double door leading out into the street.
All right. Trinity and
Titus.
Sorry, Titus. If you take a right and you go towards the arena, go towards the left. Once you've entered the arena again, you see 2 large gates. Go through there, and we'll make us to the royal halls.
You seem to know where you're going. Why don't you lead the way?
Well, because fame before fortune.
Could I make an insight check, please?
Could I somehow give her disadvantage on that? because
You do that.
Can't see,
Titus,
can't get mad, can't
I mean,
see, can't get mad.
Titus is just incredibly willing to believe what he's saying. But I guess that doesn't count towards.
No, that's a straight roll, unless you have something that gives you
Oh,
advantage
yeah.
on insight.
That is going to be a 22.
Is that a deception roll?
It's an
For me, then.
insight. Yeah.
If you roll deception or persuasion, whatever you're trying to do,
I mean, I am lying to them.
Yeah.
then that is definitely a deception roll.
So that's a 28.
Damn.
You 100% believe that he almost lives here. That he knows exactly where he's going.
Well, I'm glad it's beginning to be recognized. He kind of shoots a look over at Serranus.
Please, after you.
Indeed. And he starts
And as soon
walking.
as they start walking, I grab Serranus and go. Start heading to the left.
Come now, the king is waiting for us. I'm sure he'll be delighted to make our acquaintance.
Roll me a perception check. Titus and Trinity.
I've actually got pretty good perception.
I did until
Actually,
I
no,
rolled.
it would be your passive. What is your passive?
Passive's 15.
Passes 14.
Okay, it was a 10. So you posturing and talking the whole way. You go about 20-25 steps, and then you realize there's no response, and you turn and you notice they're probably about 50 to 60 feet down the corridor, walking the opposite direction.
As we're walking, I'm just leaning over to Serrano and saying, this is going to be a really fun day.
I mean, I know they're posturing and a little full of hot air, but we probably need that giant brute and his weapons and whatever the other one can do. So don't try and get them too lost. We need all the help we can get, unfortunately.
All right, but at least let me have a little bit of my own fun.
I mean, as long as they're within at least 30 feet of us, do what you want. I don't really care. It's up to you. Nero, was it?
Yes, Nero Vermont. Very nice to meet you. Sora, was it?
Yes, it's easier, and I'm sick of the jokes.
Oh,
because...
I see. Well,
yes, it means something where I come from, but everywhere else it's just a joke.
and especially being a fire genasi as well is probably a double entendre there.
I've taken to not eating curry around people, let's put it that way.
Well, for the sake of brevity, you reach the double doors. Do the siblings turn around?
Yeah, so
Oh,
basically, like after a little bit, Trinity kind of pipes up and doesn't even deign to look behind. I'm sure Jacinta could get you on, next cover, maybe page 6, not page 1, obviously. And
Page 6? I was on page 1 just a month ago.
not you, them. Brother, they've sent us the wrong way.
That
As
crimson
you look
knave.
towards us, Nero's just looking back and giving a slight wink as he keeps walking.
We turn around and start walking back towards you, and Titus takes the greatsword with the purple tassel on it off his back and throws it directly at you from about 30 feet away.
All right, go for it.
And as it's flying down the corridor, it goes. That just gives a very small whistle, and the greatsword stops a few feet in front of your head and hovers there in the middle of the air. And Titus continues to walk down the corridor, looking like kind of strutting, keeping his buns tight as he walks towards you.
You can hear the squeak.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
And then he whips the sword out of the air and comes up to your face. He says, "That's the second time you've tried to make a fool of me in the last few minutes. Don't let there be a third, or I shall be very angry. You shall be hearing from my PR manager." Now, where do we go?
You are
This
currently
way.
at the double doors that lead out into the street. You do
Just
see that they are slightly open, but not open enough for you to really take in the outside.
as we've been walking through the corridor, has the commotion from the other floors around us in the general vicinity quietened down? Does it sound like it's like the Colosseum is emptied in some way, or there's less commotion than there was in the
You can probably determine that it's either completely empty by now or at least almost empty. That there is very little sounds coming this low down.
Mm-hmm.
So, roll me a perception check.
Okay, let's do that. Ooh, I have a high wisdom. That is a 21 for the perception.
Okay. So as you reach these doors and you are listening out for sounds from the arena, you do hear quite the commotion outside through the doors.
So, yeah, sort of placing a hand to the doors and opening them slightly just to gauge a view from the outside. Sora's going to sort of place a hand up to everyone and say, well, the arena seems to have been emptied, but outside looks like there is a lot of commotion. We may need to walk quick and act fast. This is getting bad.
Okay. As you open the door, it opens onto where the market area. Now today, normally this holds usually food and clothing and normal market stuff. But today, most of the stalls have banners, whistles, headpieces. This is very much outside a concert sort of fair.
Tailgate. Tailgating.
Scalpers.
Bunch of white trash outside.
You do notice
Our people.
Yeah.
You do notice that a couple of the stalls have had already shut up because the games had started, but a couple of the other ones the tables have been knocked as people have rushed past, and there's a couple of people collecting stuff and putting it in boxes. You also notice that there is a large amount of people just running around, and as you get 15 feet out of the door, you do notice a large group of robed individuals. These deep blue robes that you know are the official mages of Orin rush past you, and they're going to the sacred circle. They're going down past the holy tree and straight. There's a large street that leads, your eye line can go straight down to the statue, and you see that they seem to be almost floating, and they're moving at speed. I mean, you're talking like 50, 60 feet around. You know, they are moving at speed in this large group silently towards the statue.
As we kind of make our way out into like where the crowd is and stuff, Trinity is kind of almost like shielding Titus and she's going, no portraits, no portraits, no portraits.
I mean, we might have time for a couple. But you're right.
Is there
important.
anyone there at all that are actually noticing them or acknowledging them in this chaos?
I was about to say, no one is paying attention to you guys. Not one single person, apart from there is what looks to be 5-6-year-old boy that is tucked behind one of the stalls, that he's literally just hiding behind one of the empty stalls, and he seems to be actually dressed a lot like Soranus. And he's got this sort of like red fluffy wig on, very obviously a wig, and he is tucked in behind there, and he is cowering, and he spots you lot straight away. But so he is the only one paying attention to you.
Mm-hmm. Do we? I assume we notice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You describe that because we notice. Yeah. Looking towards Nero as Serana sort of spots this young boy dressed loosely in what he would be attired in. He just sort of goes, Trinity, right? I assume you're the PR manager now? I was unsure what that threat meant, but is that you?
No, Jacinta is our PR manager. I am
don't
Trinity
care.
Valorborn.
We are the famous Valorborn twins.
You've said that before. Nero, can you make sure they don't wander into traffic or anything, please? I need to go talk to this young knight over here, okay? Just give me a second. Start making your way to the castle. I'll catch up, perhaps, actually. That might be a better idea.
Ugh, there's like a ugh to Serranus as he says this very patronizing thing.
All right, twins. Let's get a move on.
Are you going to lead us the right way this time?
Yes. If you can keep up.
I just thought you were drunk and forgot where you were.
Not yet.
Walks off. Gives up.
Speaking of, good idea. And I'll reach into my pocket and take out a flask and start drinking as I walk.
It's probably smart that you're away from the open flame when you do that, but okay.
Yeah. The burning man.
Yeah,
Serranus, what are you doing?
Sort of coming up to the young boy cowering by the car. He's going to sort of drop to a knee and offer a gauntlet. And goes, "Oh, hello, young knight. You seem to be lost from the rest of your brigade. Are you okay?"
You take in his full visage when you kneel down, and you can see that he is clearly Earth Genasi. And you can see that he has been crying, and he is shaking, and he's literally holding on to one of the legs of the stalls. I lost my sister, and she was supposed to be looking after me. I came to see you though, and he looks up, and you can see you straight in the eye. I don't know where I am.
Well, all brave knights get lost at some point, but it's just a case of finding the road again. I happen to have an invitation from the king. Perhaps, if you follow me to the halls of this great place, we can find people who can reunite you with your sister and your home. So how about joining me on a little quest? Does that sound like fun?
A real quest?
Oh, absolutely. I need all the backup I can get. Trust me.
Because he kind of like pouts. He goes, I can do a quest. And he juts out his chin. And he literally comes up to barely above your knee as he stands up, and he goes, "But even knights hold hands, right?"
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't dream of doing anything else along the way. Tell me, what is your name?
My name is Danny.
Well, brave knight Danny. If you will take my hand, we are going to catch up to my comrades for the time, and we will get you the help you so desperately need.
Thank you. And he does take your hand.
Yeah. He takes his hand and starts leading him quickly-ish, but not like tugging back to sort of catch up to Nero, Trinity, and Titus as we make our way to the king.
Before we knew it, we were surrounded by basilisks atop a mountain. My blades and Trinity's arrows was the only thing stopping the heavens from falling upon this world. But we came out victorious, didn't we, Trinity?
Of course, we always do.
Indeed. Oh, you're back. Oh, what's that?
What's that? Fuck's sake.
Wow.
As Sora sort of comes up behind with Danny in hand, he says, "This is brave knight Danny. He is coming to us, the king, to find a little help in this time of turmoil. So, Titus, Valorborn, great hero of these lands, I would think it would be a bit more courteous of you to greet our little friend for this time being."
Well, we are to be your sworn protectors, Sir Danny, it seems.
Yes, I am to be a knight, and I will be just as brave as Serranus the Great.
Yes, you will. Welcome to the team. Turns to Trinity. Don't let him touch me.
Whispering kind of under her voice. No, but a portrait opportunity would be excellent for PR. You have had some run-ins, not being too...
Yes, we don't talk. We don't need to talk about that.
Okay.
The NSPCC are all over him.
Make your way down the upper roads, past a great cathedral that is almost made of like crystalline glass. It has like a pearlescent sort of sheen to it, but you make your road right past that. As Nero, you do know your way, the most direct route. You go past the royal gardens, and you are approaching a palace of grandeur. And you do see there are less people around here now. In fact, the crowds in general have run off screaming to most buildings. Most buildings have shut their doors and pulled down their shutters. In this ward, it's mostly businesses and official buildings, so not homes as such, more official buildings. But yeah, doors are slamming, windows are shutting.
As we've been walking, have we had an indication of whether it's one central point of kind of commotion, or if there are multiple, or
who what's all your passives again?
14.
15.
19.
Woo!
Nero, you have noticed
Him's back.
that most him is back.
It was accidental. I don't know how I got it, but for some reason, I have a 19.
The observant
perception.
feat just appeared on my character sheet. I don't know.
Crazy.
It's not even the observant feat. It's just the fact that I'm a bard.
Fair.
Yeah, jack of all trades.
No.
Yeah.
You do notice that where most of the people are just running into buildings, and that is where the commotion is kind of. But you do notice most of the people are either culminating or gathering or heading towards the sacred circle. You've also noticed briefly as you glanced down the road, it doesn't look right. The statue itself, there is definitely smoke rising from that direction, and just from the brief look, because you didn't actually actively look, but from the brief look that you got from it, something seems wrong with the statue itself as you rushed past.
Oh, that's not good. I think we need to hurry up a little bit. Sir Danny, would you mind hitching a ride on one of us so we can walk a little bit faster?
I can keep up. And as he squeezes your hand, you do see as he's walking, he can move quite fast, to be fair, like lots of children can do. They run everywhere. Children, right? So I mean, he's running, but he doesn't seem out of breath in any way. But he is keeping up.
All right, good sir. And I'll start. Like at this point, Nero is starting to lug it. He's starting to run now.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you said these statues were pretty much in every major city, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
No, sorry. There is one statue in the capital city of every continent. So there's only one per continent.
Okay. So where we're from, which is Dresport, does that have a statue?
No.
Okay.
But you
so
do
I would.
know. You would know of the statue. Everyone knows of the statue.
Yeah. What I'm trying to ascertain is, do we know whether like the statues are considered like a place of sanctuary? So like if something happens, everyone run to the statue because you'll be safe there, or is it odd that people are running towards the statue?
Roll me a history check.
Oh. Okay.
There Chris
Okay,
goes
I'm trying
again,
to
doing checks that he probably shouldn't be doing.
minus one.
Yeah, this is just Chris.
Yeah.
This is the clear line where the barbarian ends and Chris begins. It's like,
Yeah.
you're too smart for your own good.
And
Well, it's a 10.
okay, you don't know whether people gather in the sacred circles at these statues, but you know that they're not generally open to the public
Right.
on a day-to-day. You, as I said, you've been here for 3 days, and you know that the sacred circle isn't open to the public.
Okay.
So you could probably take from that this isn't an emergency meeting point.
Sure, but I don't know if there's any significance to them in the case of an emergency kind of thing.
No, what you do know is that I know you wouldn't know that.
Probably not much.
Yeah, let's be
You
real.
know that, as I said, you haven't been allowed access to it up until this point, even as
Unless it's been in
heroes.
Adventurer's Digest, I probably don't know.
So you reach the gates of the palace, and it is guarded by more guards than you've seen really, but in the city so far. There's probably every 5 feet there is a guard, and he's standing with a pike with a massive curved blade on the end of it, in full dress armor with it's very gold, and he's got a cape of white capes with full helmets and plumage, the whole lot. You can't really tell their races from their helmets either, but it is fully guarded. But as they see you approach, one stands forward, and you can see he goes to speak, but then clocks. You don't really know if it's either who you are or clocks the badges, and he stands aside. And silently just stands aside. And as he does so, the two that are right on the gates open the gates for you.
Titus does not break his stride. He's very, very much expecting doors to be opened for him.
If it didn't, you'd walk straight into it. Yep, that's
Yeah,
fine.
probably. Hello, what the hell are you doing?
So yeah, you make your way through the arch that is the entrance to this place, and you enter, as I said, a very grand hallway that's paintings of very old people in full royal garb, and it's got a couple of benches. You can see that this is probably a waiting room, waiting for if you were granted an audience.
Are there any portraits of Maximus Valborn in this hall?
If you're actively looking, give me.
I was going to be looking as well.
Actually, an investigation check.
I'll let you go for it.
Cool.
I'll give you advantage.
16.
Okay. So as you are making your way down, it's a fairly long corridor. You do notice that there are offshoots to this that again lead onto other grand corridors rather than rooms. And towards the end of the corridor, you do see a collection of fairly size, not full size like a lot of the other ones have been from floor to ceiling. But these ones are more portrait style, and there is a collection, and it does say in memory of the heroes along the top, and you do find a portrait of Maximus. He seems one leg up on a great rock with a proper hero's pose, and with his sword right out, looking very serious. But he is there.
Daddy, you would be so proud of us.
Not the first Valorborn to grace these halls.
Wouldn't be surprised.
And not the last.
Nero, you do know that right at the end to the right hand, and actually you could all probably gather, because that is where there's another set of guards with big gilded doors. That is the royal chamber to the right.
Just out of curiosity, seeing these two fawning over a picture, out of a history check, do I actually recognize this guy? Can I make a check to see if they're speaking the
100%,
Oh,
truth?
roll me a
or-
history check.
I was about to ask the same thing.
Roll me a history check then.
Ah, dope. That's a 24.
Damn.
History.
Yep.
That's a 21.
You both do recognize this gentleman. You might not have recognized him by his name, but you've certainly seen articles and in textbooks. More Soranus is probably more in books of history that you do not, and it's exactly the same picture, which is why you recognize the thing. And
Is
so
he
you know
handsome?
him as one of the great heroes of the age.
Is he handsome?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, look at us. That's
So
what you
as
need to
we're-
ask.
As we're walking past, Nero takes a look and goes, "Oh, Daddy Valorborn indeed. It's a shame it didn't pass through the generations." And I just keep walking.
Soranus, with Danny in hand, looks and goes, "Oh, that's who you're on about. Okay."
Yes, indeed. Our father, Maximus Valibor, one of the great heroes of the Shadow War. You'd think someone of your learned disposition would have heard of Maximus Valibor and Trinity and Titus Valibor, the Valibor twins for that matter, but
I mean,
clearly that's a little bit too modern for your tastes.
Are you in history books?
Not yet.
Then
will
there
be.
go.
We're in the ones that are being written currently.
Yes.
And I'm sure they're grand and very long tales, you two.
You do see as you approach the gilded door that the soldiers do just stand aside, and seemingly by themselves, the doors just swing open. And the sight that you see on the inside of the hall is of a throne room, down a long room lined with soldiers, and then behind the soldiers are again the same mages in the long dark blue robes, and there's some other ones in suits, but again it's the dark blue color that you've come to know as the officials. And right down at the end of the room you do see seated 3 people. I will show you some pictures because I like pictures.
Bring
I
back
like
to the
pictures.
screen.
Reload Albert.
Both me and my character like pictures.
That's all you'd appreciate.
They're easy.
You see King Manfred Torres. He's a very tall, thin, not thin, but lean, high elf with long blonde hair. Thank you very much. And is wearing a crown upon his head. Next to him, seated, is Queen Katerina.
Katrina.
Katrina.
And off to the left-hand side is the crowned Prince Oscar. And where the other 2 are sitting very officially in their thrones, he is like bored, just sitting there, But also, the other thing you do notice is that the king and queen are both wearing somewhat armored. But so think, what's her face out of Game of Thrones? The queen.
Varys?
No, the queen.
Cersei.
Certainly, like ceremonial armor.
So yeah, it's dressy. It's really really fancy dress, but then it's got metal. It's got a metal chest piece, which is again very ornate. And the king himself is wearing a suit, but it almost seems metallic in parts. Like there is armor to it. Where the crown prince is wearing the finest silk that the hands could possibly make. Here, with as I said, long blonde hair, blue eyes, but a very bored look upon his face. Doesn't even acknowledge you as you walk down the long room. As you approach the raised thrones, King Manfred stands up and nods. Doesn't bow, but nods.
Immediately bows.
Yeah, Soranus bows as well and gives it, Your Majesty.
Titus takes one of the great swords off his back and puts it down, blade tip to the floor, gets down on one knee. Good king, the Valorborns are here once again to serve the throne.
My defenders, stand. This isn't a time for honorifics or titles. We must speak frankly. There has been an attack. We don't know, well, we can presume, but we do not know. And you do see the queen behind him goes, we do know. Yes. Yes, love. The statue of Orin has been dismantled and the heart removed. And you see at this point all the lights go out. For like maybe 3-4 seconds before they flicker back on, and they're the same crystals that's what lights the city, the street lamps, the homes. There are these magic crystals instead of torches. This is what I'm talking about. It's not just, look, the statue is more than a mere masterpiece of art. This is what feeds the magic. And you do see these 3 mages come to his side. Your Majesty, maybe I should. And he goes, I will do this. And you see they just bow and they walk away. This is what feeds the magic of the continent. If it's not restored, and restored quickly, we are in danger. Will you help us?
What can we do?
Look, speak to the mages. They know what happened. They know more than I do about these things. But you have all my resources that you need. Please try to be discreet as much as you can. We don't want to panic the locals. Please, as he gestures off to the side where there is a conclave of mages in a semicircle standing off to the corner. And he just sits back down on the throne.
Good king, we will right the wrongs that have befallen your lands.
Thank you.
Said the
Sorry.
king.
I apologize. We thank you.
Come, sister.
You
How
Sorry.
did you become his lapdog?
No,
Right?
Nero, you see like a clear, like annoyed roll of the eyes before putting on a fake smile and following.
Quickly prestidigitate a fart.
From who?
From
the-
Titus
the king.
as he walks away.
The king.
And Titus sort of stops, turns around, looks on the floor where he just trod. Carries on going.
So you approach, there is a 9, again, fairly tall individuals. They're all human, in matching robes. And they are whispering to each other, and you see a couple of them have like tomes open and are like deciphering something as you approach them. The central one, you can see probably by his robes, his is slightly different. So instead of just the blue, it has like a gold trim to his thing. So you can kind of denote that he is in charge. Even you, Titus, can see that this is probably the guy in charge.
What do you mean, even me?
Even you.
Even you.
Even you.
and as you approach, his head snaps up. We need you to go and retrieve. Sorry. My name is Othanus, head mage. As he literally holds his hand out to you.
Grab his hand and give it a proper shake and a squeeze, like, a pleasure to meet you.
You can see this man's probably in his late 50s, so he kind of winces a little bit under the thing, but regains his posture. Yes, sorry. How much do you know about the monoliths themselves?
How much do we know?
You actually, Soranus, probably know a great deal about the statues being a man of magic, and so what you know of the statues is that they were created by the mages to reconnect the realm to the celestial realm, and they were created in the image of, well, so this one was created as Orin, but he didn't exist before then. They created a character that is this great elven warrior to symbolize the continent, and you know that each of the others have their own person that symbolizes the continent. You do also know that it's not the statue, but it is the stone inside the statue that is the connection. You know that it's made of riffinite, which is a gem that is arcanely made. So it can't be mined, but it took them a long time to make, and that is what was inside it.
Mm-hmm.
So when he says that the heart of the statue has been removed, you know that that's what they're talking about.
Still with Danny in hand, looking around, just quickly trying to figure out where he's going to leave his small knight friend. He sort of comes out from behind Tides and goes, Erythanite core makes sure that the magic from the celestial realms is able to be evenly distributed amongst the people below. How can it be taken from inside so quickly?
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Well, we've had various different reports from people. Most of everyone was in the arena at the time, but some of the lower city, maybe some of the unfortunates that couldn't purchase tickets. We've had there's been reports of dragons, of giant mole people, of armies, of cultists. To be fair, we are unsure of the method. We know there was an explosion. It had to be some ancient, deeply ancient magic, but it was fast. And by the time we reached there was no one there.
Now, is there signs of travel? Where would they have taken this?
Well, if it was cultists, or maybe they disappear magically, but no one was seen leaving the city through any of the major gates. As for the giant mole people, there is also no ground disturbance apart from the explosion itself, so I'm pretty sure we could discount that one. We do have a way of tracking such magic. The core itself has a signature of sorts that, and he indicates to the other side of the room, you do see a table, and it looks a bit like a crystal ball, and there is 4 female mages standing round it in complete silence, holding hands, focusing on this ball. That is what they are doing right now. They are trying to track the essence of the Erythanite. Once we have a location, we would implore actually, our defenders to go and retrieve this even.
Of course, give us a destination and we will all be happy to be on our way. And you can see that Trinity gives like a solid like raised eyebrow look down at Sir Danny.
You do see that the mage follows your eye down. Is this a new addition to the defenders?
Ask him.
Uranus?
This is brave Sir Denny, a new knight squire of mine. I found him while we were making our way here. He has lost his family and potentially his home and needs help getting back to it. So if I can leave him in capable hands.
Understood. And you do see he just raises a finger and then beckons someone from across the room. You can't quite see them. And it's a couple of minutes later, and through the guards come two well-dressed, not as well-dressed as the royalty, but I mean, they're fairly well-suited gentlemen. They're both tabaxi, actually. Didn't realise that, right? Two tabaxi.
Didn't realise that until they got a bit closer.
I got that by tabaxi. That's crazy.
There's furries in the castle.
And they stand, and he says, "This little one has seemingly lost his way home." And without a word, they say,
They mime.
without a word, they gesture for him to follow them.
Mm-hmm. Sort of seeing the tabaxi, Sir could quickly drop down and just sort of take a hand and go, "Now, Danny, this is where we part in this adventure, but it does not mean we shall meet again. And once this is over, I will make sure that you have found your way home. But if you find this place a little bit scary, or you find yourself somewhere dark," and he sort of raises one of the small gauntlets that he has just sort of made, and using with his own finger, he just sort of creates this little yellowish white flame that's very soft and very glowing. He just places it on the finger and casts a light on one of his gauntlets and just gives him a light. "You have been anointed with the light of the new dawn, which means you are now part of a creed, a very old one. Now, find your way home, be brave. When this is over, perhaps there is a future for you. Does that sound good?"
It does. Did I do good?
You did very good. I'm very proud of you, Danny.
You see, he straightens up like to as full as he can. He's just like, and he's holding his gauntlet with both hands. He's got and he's holding it on his face. He's like, he's showing it to like these really official people who are not paying any attention. Like, as he gives a little bow of his head and follows off the tabaxis. It does take a couple of minutes. So if you guys want to chat amongst yourselves, or we can skip ahead.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Okay. So after a couple of minutes of talking amongst yourselves, you do see this beam of light that is produced by the crystal ball, and it goes straight up, and it's of this purpley tealy sort of color, and the mages that are around it, that's it, and they rush off to the king, and they're whispering amongst themselves, and the king nods to the head mage as he was like, "It seems we have found a location. We will mark it on a map. unless you guys are well traveled enough to know the location. And he heads straight over to the table, and he sees a minute. That is interesting. Okay. It seems that it is at the heart tree, just on the. Let me bring the name up. I want to say the Misty River, but I don't know if it is the Misty River.
Where did I put
River.
that? Wider than a mile.
Oh, where are we going?
It is the Misty River, right? Just on the heart tree, there is an ancient elven temple. It's no longer used. That is it's in front of the oldest tree of the realm. It seems to be indicating it's there. It is some time north. It would normally be 5-6 days travel by cart, but I'm sure we can find something a little faster.
Then the Espliffonite has already left the city.
The Oriphanite is definitely.
Yes, that's what I said.
It seems to have stopped moving. So I have no idea how they got there that fast.
Most likely in the same way we're going to get there as fast, if you have means of travel that way.
Well, we have means, obviously, of flight in the airships. We have the royal carriage, which would probably get you in there less than an hour. But no faster than that,
I'm sorry. I understand that magic is likely disrupted due to all this going on, but do you mean to tell me that you do not have any means of teleportation, or?
We do. But you may have noticed the flickering of the light.
Yes, the disruption in the magics that I've mentioned, yes.
It would be unsafe and extremely unwise to try and open a portal right now where if it failed during transport, you probably would be obliterated.
Well, where magic fails, muscle shall succeed.
That's not a saying.
Are you going to, are you going to flex us there?
Yes, it is. I just said it.
Ignore him. That's
You can write that
what
under
I've done
the
for
portrait you put
about
of him
30
in the
minutes.
hall.
Usually there's a lot of reporters around to write it down for me, but
So,
Sure.
this airship,
Yes, I will speak to the king. I'm pretty sure he will be fine with you using it. Excuse me. You do see.
As he walks away, Soren just sort of grabs him, but just quickly goes, if you have time, tell the king to send word to the New Dawn Creed. We can have people mobilized quickly. We can help in this situation quite well.
Where are they based? Sorry, I'm not really versed with all the factions.
No, just west of Amport, in one of the drier, more arid regions, there is a temple out that way.
Do they? I don't believe they have airships.
No, but we have means of contacting many great numbers of knights. That's pilgrimage through the land.
I will definitely send a message. We have an embassy at Amport. They could probably get a message from there.
It's just worth a try. Go. Run.
As he does depart. And he does, you do see it as you say run. He does kick a little bit.
No, it wasn't. Okay.
He briefly talks to the king, and you do see him fervently nodding. And for the sake of brevity, I'll say he does grant you access to the airship. Now, the airship is just outside the city to the north, but that you are whisked there by this conclave of mages.
as we're being led out of the throne room,
Mhm.
Titus just sort of goes, my king, may I bend your ear for just one moment, please?
You do see at this that the crown prince actually it's like, and he stands up and walks towards you.
Is this the prince or the king?
No, this is the crown prince.
Okay.
What do you want?
Crown prince, you'll do.
do.
No, I'm sorry. You are your grace. Your grace. It's an honor
Your
to
Majesty.
meet you. Your Majesty. It is an honor to meet you. I, Titus Valaborn, once again return to this glorious hall as my father once did, and we ask no reward, of course, for helping with the savior of your kingdom, or your father's kingdom. I would only ask that I do have a book coming out, and it's missing a foreword. So, and I think a name like the Crown Prince would really bring some eyes to things. I mean, it's ghost written, to be honest with you, but I think a foreword would really. I can have a word with my biographer and put you two together. Never mind. We can talk about this later. There is kingdoms to save. Goodbye.
He's just looking at you. He doesn't respond, but he's just looking at you like.
yeah, and as he's talking and sort of sees this lack of response, he's just like, "This is not a good time. I can tell. I'll have my people contact your people. Come, sister."
Trinity, who at this point has been lingering by the door, kind of expecting that Titus would pull something like this, when he says, "Come, sister," and walks out, I kind of look and lock eyes with the Crown Prince, and I just say, "Ignore my brother. We will serve you valiantly as our father once did."
Sure, many people do. As he then just walks back and sits down. So you are whisked just outside the gate of the northern gates, and you do see there is a couple of airships in this area up onto these giant platforms, and they are like galleon style ships, and they have these sort of glowy sort of gems on the bottom. You do see though, after 5 or 6, there is a larger one that is gilded with gold. It has the crown. That is a very unique crown that I want to say Matthias, but it's not Matthias, is it? That the king was wearing.
Nice.
Thanks.
Good save.
Where the sort of mermaid sort of would be, the front of a galleon.
Yeah.
Is around the front is his crown, and you guys are ushered upon the ship. It is automatic. You just
Systematic.
Dramatic.
It is not breeze lightning. Sorry. So, we have already charged the stone to where it needs to go. It will take about an hour. We need to attend to the statue itself and prepare it for the stone itself. Now, whatever you encounter there, deal with it. In the least harshest way I can say this, it is...
Lethal force.
Yes. Now, please. And he's backing away at this point and come back and ushering you onto the ship. What do you do?
Without even a second thought, just getting on the ship.
Yep.
Tyus walks to the top of the gangplank and then turns around and looks back at the city. Stay safe. We'll be back soon.
As you do that, you just see Saran just walk past you nonplussed by this.
Whilst I'm saying it.
And once you're all aboard, you do see the gangplank just rises and slots back into the ship itself without needing anyone to do it for it.
Ooh.
And
It is automatic.
Oh my god.
you feel a slight vibration as
A
the
good vibration? Sorry, I'll stop.
Good.
Rocks fall, everyone dies. I imagine.
the magic
stinks.
fails the ship and you'll crash. No.
Just the
So
Beach Boys on deck.
you all see as the city beneath starts to sink beneath you as you rise into the sky. Once you've finished rising, though, it moves at a speed that you have never felt before. It does actually. You are going to, if you're not sitting down, I want dexterity checks.
All right. Dexterity saving throw?
We're just staring into the
Yeah,
one like
yeah,
dogs.
saving throws, please.
One thing I'm just going to complain about in general is that fighters don't get the optional saving throw advantage of dexterity. That's
You would think.
dumb.
Yeah, you would think.
I got 21 because Titus was definitely just wandering around the ship,
Say dex save, sorry.
Yes.
probably looking for the bar.
19.
There is no bar. 19.
15.
16 for me.
They're
It
all
does.
just a bit. Ugh.
Yeah. Seranus and the Evan, what's your name again?
Nero.
Nero.
Hero, thank you very much. Sorry.
And coffee.
That's to you guys, not to anyone else. You do get you get shocked by how fast it goes, but you steady yourself very quickly, and you are off, speeding through above trees and lakes and smaller villages and open plains. You do the whole array of land. It's almost going past. It's in a blur as you are hurtling towards the Misty River. And with that, we are going to take a break.
Oh,
Nice.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Love that.
So, when will we be back, Natalie?
We'll take 10 minutes because I need to get a drink
Yeah.
and my shit together. So we'll take 10 minutes. You grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack. We'll be back, and hopefully they won't all die when I chuck them off the side of shit.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your break.
No.
I know we certainly did.
Nope. Nope.
Totally.
Okay, so we left off with this bunch of fuckers flying across Drivani on an airship gifted to them by the royal house.
Gifted, it's ours. Dope.
No.
It is now.
It depends if you keep going. In seek of the Riffonite core of the monolithic statue that provides the magic to the continent. So, it's been about 45 to 50 minutes, and those of you who know the area probably know you're going to be getting close. Someone roll me a d6.
Ooh.
5.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you see the giant heart tree coming in the distance, you feel a sort of a drop in the ship as the vibration starts to chug slightly and catches up. It regains. Seems the magic is holding.
Thank fuck.
For now.
The good vibrations are still there.
You get about maybe 100 feet out as the ship itself lowers and parks itself.
Nice.
Parallel parks.
Oh my god, it's a Tesla.
Yeah.
He says we don't have technology. Right.
You have reached your destination.
And the gangway comes out and drops for you all to depart.
As we're walking down the gangplanks, or sort of just to no one in particular, but to the group as a whole, sort of seeing as we're going into this, I almost went to Valley Girl then.
Yeah, me
really
too,
did.
I'm
So
really-
hard. Nearly got- so
Those
I'm
things are
out.
like...
I'm out.
So, seeing as we're walking into combat, what are our individual skills? What can we all do? Need to think about this before we enter in.
I'm a great warrior.
No shit.
That's a general term, but what can you specifically do, Titus? What is your area of expertise in great warrioring?
Well, I was voted most handsome adventurer in last year in People magazine. I have 2 very magical swords. One of them was bequeathed to me by Puppy Deer, and one of them was bequeathed to me as a reward for an adventure where Trinity and I, mostly me, saved a village from a pack of werewolves.
The Gilderoy Lockhart in you is so strong, and I just caught onto it.
Yeah. It's Gilderoy. I am an established arcane archer.
That could be useful. Okay, we have arcane. Nero,
Yes, it could be useful, couldn't it, brother?
Yes, sorry, I did not mean it. It's very, very useful. Sorry.
Shut
sister.
up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
a genuine
I'm
turn of the
noticing
head.
a
just
new
like,
dynamic here, and I like it. Sorry, Suranas.
No. I was just basking in the revelry there for a second. That was.
And what are your skills, Nero? Do you have any whoopee cushions in that cloak of yours, or is it just other practical jokes?
I have quite a few skills, Titus. Some you might learn of if you treat me right.
if you do want to save the flirting for the bar later, Nero, what can you actually do?
It's at
Well,
this
I'm
moment,
quite handy with the sword.
it's at this moment the silence is disrupted by a giant
Us.
crack of lightning, and you see it hits and sustains a beam for maybe 10 seconds, longer than it should, just in front of the heart tree. It's actually probably about 200 feet away. Through the trees, you can't see what it's hitting, but it hits and then disperses.
I think we need to pick up this conversation maybe a little bit later. More of a show and tell and less of a talk.
Very well. Showing is what I do best.
Clearly, you
Yes.
like to wave your weapon around, don't you, Titus?
I've always been called a shower.
Beautiful.
Miko has requested an eye roll emote.
In the works.
Yeah, kind of tightening the greaves, and then looking where we are now. Is it quite open space? Are we in? Is there dense forest kicking about? Like, is there
So
undergrowth?
where you've landed is fairly open for about 50 feet, and then it hits quite dense forest. And you do make out the heart tree, as I said, about 200 feet on the other side of the forest. But it is dense wood. You can't make out like the trunk of the tree or anything. Not that you can see 200 feet away. But yeah, you get what I mean.
Trinity, I'm going to come to you with this one because I feel you may potentially be in this realm. Are you good at tracking or leading through a particularly dense wilderness?
I am good enough. I've got my fair share of experience in it. I do recommend we try as stealthily as possible. Not that the airship itself was the most stealthy approach. However, if we are able to get unseen close to the location, I can help guide us towards the center and maybe find a viable point of entry.
Sounds like
Agreed.
best plan.
Good plan, sister. I agree.
So you're all trying to approach stealthily?
Yes.
Yes.
Stealth rolls.
As
Can
best
I
you
muscle Titus so that we can have advantage on this?
Muscle?
What?
Muzzle.
Oh, you said muscle him. I was
Yeah.
like,
I
you
Oh,
can't
you
do
said
that.
that too.
relatively stealthy. Thank you very
Oh
much.
yeah.
Yeah, but your mouth isn't.
Oh,
A natural, a 20, 25.
I got an 18.
Where?
I got 11.
Okay,
21.
nice. So you guys make yourself quite quickly and quite deftly through the woods, keeping an eye on Trinity that is leading the charge through the woods. One thing you do notice, especially you, Nero, that there doesn't seem to be any animal sounds at all. There's no birds or small animals in the undergrowth. It's apart from that loud crack, it is very silent. But you manage to make yourself approach quite quietly. And you approach. As you approach, the trees start to thin slightly, not a great deal, but slightly. And what you see ahead of you is
Oh, bloody hell.
Maps.
Oh, wow.
Woo!
this is not one of my maps. This is a Keipachu map. Beautiful maps if you ever need
This is
them.
gorgeous.
Yeah. And you're approaching from the south.
Okay.
I will put you all on there. If I can. So, and you can move yourselves around.
Oh god, I just I just extended the taskbar at the bottom of my screen to fill the whole screen while trying to. Yeah, let me fix this. There we go.
Lovely place we have to burn down.
There you are. You're all on the map. Can you control yourselves?
I mean, hardly.
Yes, I believe so.
Yes.
Yep. Well, I'm
Um,
kind of leading.
yes.
So yes, as the trees thin out slightly, you do see these waterways broken up by large stone areas, and ahead through the trees you can see what the elven temple that the mages were talking about. It seems to be completely abandoned. There doesn't seem to be anyone about. But as you do approach, because Soranus wasn't actually as stealthy as he needed to be, you do hear like a very, very quiet but very high pitched that you can hear it. Almost tingles the ear slightly. Tone rings out, and you see these columns of smoke start to rise from the ground, and they get to about 5.5 to 6 feet tall, and then they start to solidify and twist into beings.
How far away from us is this happening?
I will place them on the map now.
Ooh,
This is not good.
this is
It's
exciting.
It's twisty smoke.
Tell you what, I really hope they're not anything fire elemental, because then I just have a great sword.
Honestly,
no,
will
nothing.
serve you right.
One there,
Oh,
and
where be?
What? Oh, they're quite far away.
Oh, they're miles away.
Oh, right, they're all the way up here.
sorry,
Oh wow.
Have a little
Oh.
zoom in.
I had to add these
Oh,
individually, and this is annoying.
Oh wait, okay, they're getting closer.
Yep.
Oh, no.
they're approaching.
Oh god. Ooh, who's this guy?
Have a look at this one. Oh, hello.
That looks like an important person.
You're fun.
Oh, 1, 2,
Um,
3, 4, 5. One more. Hold on. Which one haven't
Well,
I
this map
added?
is so big, I'm struggling to get it on all on stream.
It's just so long.
Oh, they keep coming.
So
Another
yes,
one.
these 6 columns of smoke suddenly they finally settle. Very Harry Potter-esque when they, separate. They
Mhm.
swoosh into these beings. Can't quite make out what they are from where you are.
Okay.
As these presences sort of appear, Titus takes out the flame tongue greatsword and ignites it. Just-
Well, that's a subtle approach.
Okay.
But they're reacting. They're reacting to us. I'm assuming. Well, Titus is assuming that. From what you.
Everyone give me a perception check.
All right.
15.
Perceptual.
7.
24.
Woo!
Yeah, 11 for me. I rolled really badly.
So Trinity and Soranus, you do notice that you can probably see the 2 closest to you, the one on the tree branch and one on the stairs. They are looking around, so they are aware that there is someone there, but
There's a
they
disturbance in the force.
they don't actually know where the disturbance is coming from. So they're looking for the source of
We are not the
disturbance.
adventures you're looking for.
As Titus ignites his sword and confirms where the
Cool.
the disturbance is coming from, and probably with that,
Yeah.
we're gonna have our initiative.
Seeing their faces sort of notice something, Titus just immediately panics and just takes out his
Given-
greatsword.
Given how well I know Titus, and how quickly he often is to react when we get into battle, do I have any chance of this, like, going into, like, the tree? Like just darting out of the way because I know
him well
what
enough
he's gonna
that
do.
if you want to take an action knowing that he is going to announce himself,
Yeah.
I'll allow you to.
So you
How do you
guys,
go-
like, in the blink
you
of an
hiding?
eye, I am running vertically up.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you guys see, like, there's a twitch to Titus's hand, and as soon as she sees that twitch, Trinity just goes into the tree and just goes and runs up it.
Just for funsies, can I get an athletics check?
I do not need to because I have the cloak of Arachnida and I have a climbing speed.
You do.
In other words, no, you may not.
Nero's probably not even seeing any of what Trinity's doing. He's just turned to look at Titus, who's out with his flaming sword, and be like, "You bloody idiot!
Tell us of smoke in the distance.
Yes, I know, but now the smoke is coming here because of your stupidity." Oh, for fuck's sake! And I'll take.
Where did we want them to go?
With the now shouting of the smoke in the distance and the flame blade, you do see a flash and what looks like a fireball. Not fireball, firebolt. Sorry.
I was gonna say that. I was like,
I
shit.
don't
shit,
level
what a good
11, but damn!
Through these trees,
It's not
just
far from it,
it comes through these trees, these two here, and hits the ground. Actually, I'm gonna make a roll to see if it actually hits you. No, it hits the ground beside Titus. And that is where we all roll initiative.
That yelp of bravery.
Ruth called it in the chat like about 45 minutes ago. By the way, it's like it's now headcanon that Titus has the most shrieky scream.
100%.
Well,
That's...
Let's see. God, it's three. Cleric, what can I do?
I love being a barbarian. Advantage on initiative. So much fun.
Let's pop some combat music on, Natalie.
Yes, please.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's a combat.
Sorry, I've been forgetting about the.
It's all good.
Yeah, I did on my first time as well.
Yeah, I've been vibing out to the one that we've been having.
Very dramatic.
It is, isn't it?
That's perfect.
This is where you all done.
Okay, 2 seconds. Can I get all your initiatives? So we'll go with Trinity first.
20.
20. Okay. So hold on. And then Trinity. So it was 20.
20, yeah.
Chris. Sorry, Titus.
Forever trying to one up his big sister. 21.
Ah. Soranus.
18.
18.
Okay, hang on. Oh, that's okay. Never mind. Ignore.
And Nero.
15.
God, yeah, I'm using Owlbear in OBS right now, so this is proving
That
difficult.
doesn't work. As
it
Dan
does.
often finds out.
Well, I don't have enough screens, so I don't have the numerous screens that Dan has, unfortunately. So the people at home can see what I'm doing.
Right. So. This gentleman here, or actually, you guys, Trini, you could probably see him.
Yeah.
Is a dark-figured, robed in dark red and black robes, bald, pale white skin with just pure black eyes. Yes, it's 135 feet away. Whoever's
Oh,
messaging.
that's me. Hi.
They. Nope, they don't do that. They are going to. They clap their hands and they swirl this energy, and then they throw it to the guy at the back, and this sort of bubble approaches around him. And that is his turn. It is now Titus.
It's Titus.
It's tight.
Okay. Right.
Trinity on deck.
Here's something interesting. So I will use. So I have 40 feet of movement. And then I also have the barbarian feature. Where is it called? I've got so many bloody features on this character. It's crazy. Level 11 is insane. Where the hell is it? I was just reading it. Basically, it's a thing. It's like when I enter a rage, I get to move half of my movement.
Yeah.
Primal pounce or something like that.
Yeah.
Here we go. Instinctive pounce. As part of a bonus action you take to enter your rage, you can move up to half your speed. So what I want to do, if I map it out, is I want to run 40 to there.
Okay.
Rage to get an extra 20 feet and go to there, but that wouldn't be on top of the log that this guy's on, right?
I can say if you.
Because it's a pounce.
If you go
so I'm
here,
wondering if.
You could probably just make the log, like the
Okay,
lower half.
but then I'd be 10 feet away from him, so I wouldn't be able to hit him, right?
Yeah, I'd say that's as close as you can get, though.
Brrr. Okay, well maybe I go a different way then. I kind of want to get up in someone's face, and I feel like, you know. No, actually, fuck it, we'll do that. No, actually, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to 40 feet to here. 40 feet to here. And then I'm going to Titus is going to stab the flame tongue greatsword in the ground, and he's going to remove the other greatsword from his back.
Okay.
And he's going to throw it towards the person up on the log. And he's just going to shout, "Maximus!" as he does. And the greatsword sort of continues on its ballistic arc that he threw it, but then woof, goes underneath the log, comes up round the other side of the log and stabs the guy at the top. So I'm going to throw my dancing greatsword at him.
Nice.
Okay, so that's my bonus action. So that's 25 to hit.
Should hit. Yes,
I
hits.
really hope it does.
20. So then that's 2d6. I can't use Great Weapon Master on that because it's not a weapon in my hand or a melee attack. Let me just check if I can use my Zealous Presence or my Zealous thingy. So many bloody. Sorry, I'm going to get used to this character as we go, guys.
The new characters.
We're all going to be doing the same thing.
We're all,
Yes. There's
Level
so
11
many
as
little
well,
bonuses that I fucking add to this stuff. Here we go. Divine Fury. That's it. Starting close Fury into your weapon strikes while raging. The first creature you hit on each of your turns with a weapon attack.
Yeah, that sounds like a
discount?
class.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So first is 8 plus 5, 13 plus 3 plus 5, 21. 21 points of damage.
What type of damage is that?
It is eight of it was radiant.
Okay.
So the 3 + 5 was radiant. The rest is slashing.
All right.
And then I will take the dodge action.
You can't do that as your extra attack. It's
What
your
do you mean?
full. It's your full action to do the dodge action.
That was a bonus action.
To throw the thing. I thought you raged.
To throw. No, I haven't raged.
Ah.
So
throw-
he changed what he was going to do.
Yeah, to throw the dancing sword is a bonus action, and it also attacks on that same bonus action.
Didn't your
You
divine
know-
fury require bonus action? Rage.
No, divine
yes.
fury is just the first weapon attack you hit with on a
So it
turn.
said when you're raging. Oh, good.
You know.
It does. It does. Remove 8 radiant damage. Sorry, I wasn't raging.
It was just slashing damage.
Yeah, so it's just the original slashing damage,
Okay,
which I think
so-
was 8 + 5.
As
13.
the blade does pierce the person.
Yeah.
He kind of just turns his head and looks directly at you. It doesn't seem to hurt him as much as you think it would.
What, just slashing damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a little token
that's
for my
good.
sword, please?
Oh wow! Now you're off. Yeah, of course we can. Hold on.
I'll draw it. There you go.
Oh.
There's my sword.
Beautiful.
There's my
Oh,
I've
sword.
got-
such a
I've
gallant
got
weapon.
something for it.
Oh
on.
no! Get rid of it! Get rid of it! Get rid of it! Get rid of it!
Yeah, Look like
It's
a
not
sword.
very easy to draw, actually.
I mean, it kind of fits with the character. Not like a balloon sword, to be fair.
Yeah.
I can just give it this and then make it smaller.
That works.
The sword's a squeaky toy. That's what it is.
Sorry. My
All good.
mouse-
That'd be an amazing reveal. Titus'
So I
weapon
chucked
is
it
plastic.
30 feet and it came up behind him, so we'll put it there. Put it in this space here. There you go, perfect.
Okay. Trinity.
Yes. I've got a lot of things. Hang on.
Ranish, you're on deck.
Right. What?
Me?
You're next.
Cool.
Oh, so if you want to think about what you're doing.
Okay. From my position in the tree,
Mm-hmm.
nobody sees, but I take out both bows.
Are you
Um,
firing them?
No. Hang on.
With the
I
feet.
take out both bows. I kind of am like I'm still like performing. I go to like string up one to my foot, and then I'm like, no one's watching. Putting the other one away, get out my most ornate one, and then I am going to fire my first shot at the guy on the log.
Okay.
I am going to sharpshooter, and let me just check if I don't know when I have to call these. When you fire an arrow as part of the action. When the arrow hits.
One thing to add, sorry, Natalie, just because you said it didn't look like it didn't hurt him that much. My flying sword is a magical weapon. Just in case that changes anything.
I will double check. I don't believe so, though.
Just in case it was from non-magical weapons, because I know that's quite a common thing.
Mm.
Oh, no, you're right. There's
My sword that flies is magic.
Yeah, I didn't read the non-magic bit. I apologize. So,
Alright.
All good. Yeah, all of my arrows count as magic, just as a heads up. So the first shot.
see how
with,
people build their characters.
first
Just
shot
assume we're magic.
with sharpshooter. Ooh, is going to be a 21.
Hits.
Hits. Okay, so I am going to do a shadow arrow.
Ooh, what does
Nice.
that do?
So the creature takes an extra 2d6 damage. Must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Will be unable to see anything farther than 5 feet.
Nice.
Very cool.
Wisdom.
Okay, that's good damage. Good damage. Fucking hell, hang on. Wait, hang on. Hang on. 6 plus 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. plus 6 is 15, plus 10 is 25, plus 9 is 34. 34 points of damage on the first shot.
Nice.
Yep.
He got ouch. By 17
It
on his
succeeds.
wisdom.
Yeah,
Okay.
succeeds. Okay, I'm gonna fire my second arrow. Sorry, folks at home, for moving this around. At this guy on the stairs.
Okay.
Sharpshooter again. And that's a natural 20!
Let go!
Oh,
Did,
no.
did anyone open up the chunky crits table before we think about
No,
this?
it's all good. It's all good. We're level 11. It's gonna be epic anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
It's fine.
I apologize. We'll just do double the damage on the dice. I completely forgot about the chunky crits.
It's fine. Still chunky crit though.
All good.
Yeah, still spam those
It's
crits.
max
Still
damage
chunky.
somehow. So it's 8, 16, 26 plus 9, 35 points on the second shot.
Oof.
That was double to 70.
Right, he's still you
No.
you
I've
fire
doubled
your
it.
first shot,
Oh.
and it hits him in one shoulder, and he stumbles back slightly. He regains, and you see this determined look on his face as you quickly follow that up with a second shot. It was
No, that was the one on the
oh,
stairs.
Okay. So yeah, so I'll remove that because that was the wrong one.
And fuck it, we'll go back to the one on the bridge. For my
Cool.
third attack.
Oh, right, level 11 fighters.
Sharpshooter again.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
15.
Meets beats.
Woo! Let's go.
Hey, 15 plus 9 is 24 points of damage.
Beauty.
You do see a sort of a look of confusion as these arrows are just being fired out from. They can't see who is firing this. So there's just arrows just flying from the tree. And you do sort of see these as he's being peppered by arrows, but he is still.
Action
Go.
surge.
Yeah, you do.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Go ahead, roll to hit with your action surge.
Okay, sharpshooter again.
Of course.
3 more shots.
Yeah. What's 12 minus 5?
7.
7
7.
plus.
Dirty
I
20.
love archers, honest to God.
Yeah, the dirty 20 hits,
Yeah.
shockingly.
Okay. 27 points
This
of
is
damage.
Log Boy.
Log boy, 27 points of damage.
Okay, so he gets hit again by an arrow square in his chest, and he drops to one knee.
Okay.
Still standing.
I'm gonna put one
Ooh.
right through that knee. Sharpshooter.
Ow.
Oh,
23 to hit.
Two.
yeah, that hits. Oh, just the
That's
thought of
cocked.
an arrow going through
Yeah,
your
yeah,
knee. It's just, oh,
God, he used to be an
25
adventurer
points
like
of
us.
damage.
yeah. So as that last arrow hits him, he falls back with a squeal that you wouldn't think would come out of someone so graceful looking. Just as he splashes back into the water behind him, underneath this where this sword is.
Okay, before I do my final shot,
Just a walking watcher, like.
you said that the tree line was sparser here. Is there still kind of branches interconnected that I can walk along? Or would I have to like fully jump from tree to tree?
These six trees you could walk in between, yeah.
Okay, cool. In which case I am gonna go
I'm gonna roll me an athletics check.
I have the ring of free movement, so difficult terrain costs me nothing.
That is what I was determined. So
Oh,
if not,
cool.
then yeah.
I'm so sorry,
Fine.
Natalie. I got really excited
fine.
about level.
I'm gonna grab my margarita. It's fine.
So
Right.
30 feet to here. And then I'm kind of just wanting to like encroach on them further, but an unseen presence. So I'm gonna fire at this guy here on the ground
Okay.
with my last shot. Again, sharpshooter.
Okay.
Oh, no. 12.
It flies. straight
However,
above it.
when I make an attack roll with a magic arrow and miss, I can use a bonus action to re-roll the attack against a different target within 60 feet of the original target. So,
One says is
Arcane archers are so good.
as the arrow careens off and scuffs the grass beneath this guy's feet a little bit, it picks up momentum from like the jolt of the ground before flipping back round and going to the guy on the stairs.
yeah.
For a 16 to hit. That's
It
with
hits.
sharpshooter.
Yeah.
He probably 8s on these d8s. This is great. 27 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's me.
So how much of that?
27.
You do see the guy that you just shot on the stairs get shot in the back as he is looking at the trees that was different. He gets shot in the back. He suddenly swirls round to see, now possibly thinking they're surrounded, kind of swirls round. So, yes. Is that your final shot? Have you got any more bonus action?
No. That's it. That's it. You're all
Okay.
good.
Right, Serranus, you're up.
Oh, well, for a much less interesting turn, so this tree, like the tree line here, is it quite thick?
You can, because you're like ground level, you can see through it. Because it's the tree trunk. So yeah, I mean, there's a good 30 feet between the tree trunks of those 6 trees,
Okay.
so you can see.
Right. All Saras is going to do for the time being, because he just watched the guy fall off the log. I'm going to use action and action dash, movement and action dash to get to like here, I think.
Okay.
Out 60. From looking from here up to the top here, the globe that was slung towards this guy, is that still active?
Yes, it is.
So it's
like
still there.
encompassing him. Yeah, you can see a slight film around him.
Does it look big, or is it quite small?
It's. I can tell you exactly how big it is. It's 10-foot radius.
Oh, okay, so it's quite it's quite a small field there. Right. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do for the moment.
Okay.
I don't need to do anything. My entire turn.
You don't need to do 9 shots from the arrow from the trees,
There's
right?
only 6. Yeah.
But no, that is my turn.
Okay. Right. The guy within the bubble.
Yeah. Bubble dude.
Bubble boy.
Bubble boy.
That was better.
Just reading a spell. Yeah, that's fine. Is going to fly.
Oh. Still surrounded?
Yes, the bubble moves with him.
Oh, God.
Sweet.
So 5,
Oh,
10,
God.
25, 30, 35 feet. And is going to shout.
Oh.
Ah,
Let it all
fuck
out.
off. These
To
are the
me.
things we could do without.
come on, guys.
He's
talking
going
to
to
you.
shout to me, to everyone else, but that's all he's going to do. Then it is.
Oh, he said the words to me.
No, he shouts
Right, sorry, I
outside
thought-
of the game to Natalie.
Yeah.
He's really
Shut
good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This guy on the stairs is going to make a check to see if he can see you in the trees. Would it be against a stealth roll?
I don't
That's
really
it,
know.
yes.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth roll.
Yeah. That is a 23.
He fails to see you. Instead, he is going to.
I mean, as I didn't actually use
You
an
being
action
nice?
to cover, if you'd rather just it be kind of like half cover in the trees, that could be a compromise. Because I didn't. I
he
literally
rolled
just.
really low,
Oh,
though,
okay.
so he
Yeah,
really
then he's just silly.
Hasn't put his glasses on yet.
Yeah.
is going to. Did you just move that guy?
No, sorry, that was me clicking somewhere. I don't know.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey now, that's my brother.
As he thrusts his staff
Oh.
towards you,
Wow,
And
this is
this-
big frisky.
line
Happens all the
of
time.
lightning hits you.
Oh god.
Oh,
Let's see if it hits you.
Do I have to make a save or anything like that? Or
Dex, I think. for
Dex
that.
save, please.
deck save on which I have advantage.
Okay.
Yeah,
we
you
know
do.
what this is, guys, and it's not fun.
Danger sense.
This one wasn't amazing. First one is amazing. Second one is amazing. 19 plus 4, 23 deck save.
You make the dex save, but you still take half damage. As you
Nipples come
need
up.
8d6.
Yeah, his Titus's neatly prepared, neatly placed curtains just go straight up. he's got Street Fighter guile hair now.
Okay, so that is 6, 4, 10, 12, 16, 20, 22, 28, 32.
This music's so good, by the way.
32 halved,
32
yeah?
halved.
16. Cool.
Lightning damage. Hold on.
Really glad I didn't decide to jump in that pond that was right in front of me.
Yeah.
Could have been Home Alone too.
Yeah.
You do notice that the bush behind you also ignites in flame,
Hmm.
just for funsies.
He's used to that as well.
The burning bush.
Music's at the
Um,
wrong time. There we go.
Number 3. So this guy up on the rock is going to fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 35.
Got a broom.
I'm sensing a theme.
And is going to.
Yes, come closer. Come closer.
No, stay back. Stay back.
Come
Gonna put his-
closer.
A hand on his chest, and you do see as his robes start to shimmer. But then that is Nero.
All right. Let's see. So you said there was 30 feet between the tree lines, like between the tree trunks.
25
how-
to 30 feet between the trunks, yeah.
How
You can
tall
see.
are the trees, would you say?
25, 30 feet.
All right. Well, in that case, Christ, on a bike,
We'll say 30 feet, just to
30 feet.
working
okay.
things out.
In that case, Nero's going to sort of take out. Well, he's not gonna take out his sword. Actually, he's just gonna stretch his shoulders a little bit,
Okay.
and then look up to the sky and take a jump. And as he does, 2 bat wings come out of his back.
Nice.
Oh.
And he
Okay.
starts to fly 30 feet up because I'm a variant tiefling, which means that instead of
Yeah.
some
Okay.
hellish rebukes and stuff like that, I can have a
Fly.
flying speed of 30 feet.
So you are just your head is just peeking up at the top of the. Well, you probably at half your body is peeking up above the trees.
Cool. Enough so that I can see Mr. Stairs guy.
You've got a good view of the field. I don't know. Yeah.
So as I fly up, I'm just gonna. Is Trinity at the top of the trees?
No, she's in the canopy. being
Oh, in
hidden
the canopy.
by.
Okay.
So if you shoot something, it will go over her. If that is what you're
Perfect.
asking.
Yeah, very good. So I'm gonna bonus action. No, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I am. But with my bonus action, or no action rather, I'm gonna quicken spell.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast,
Nice.
Okay.
and shoot 3 rays of Eldritch Blast towards the guy on the stairs.
Okay. Rolls a hit.
Let's see.
3
First
times.
one is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Second one is a nat 20.
Let's go.
There we go.
Third one is a natural 17 plus 9 for 26.
Yeah.
And that's the 10s. So the
2 normal, 1 chunky.
8 for the first one.
Right. And this is force damage.
Force damage, yeah.
Okay.
6 double to 12 for the second one.
Yep.
And third one is a 9.
You add in your modifiers to these.
There is no modifier. Actually,
Okay.
Do you
actually
have the
there
Eldritch
is.
Invocation?
I do.
Charisma mod,
So, charisma mod. So plus 15. Add 15.
no, your mod.
Yeah,
What's your
which is
plus mod?
5.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's plus 5.
So
Oh, plus. Sorry, I
for
thought you
each
meant that
tree,
your
so
charisma mod was
add
plus
15.
15. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I was just like, there's no way you have a plus 15.
That's not a thing.
Got a 60 charisma.
Yeah. But yeah,
See?
so those are those 3.
Yeah, you see it as these 3 massive balls of energy smash into him. 1, 2, 3. He falls back onto the stairs there. I'm gonna see if he does a dex save to see if he actually falls prone. He does not. He managed to catch himself and then right, but he is looking tattered.
3 more.
'Cause that was your bonus action.
Because that was my bonus.
We go
action.
again. Let's
We
go.
go again.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's quite bad, I think, but I'm gonna double check something. Where is my features and traits? So it was a 9, or it was a 3 plus 9, so that's 12.
Okay.
But I'm gonna use my feature favored by the gods because I'm
Okay.
a divine sorcerer to roll 2d4 to change that number if that doesn't hit.
So what was the hit?
12.
12.
12 does not hit.
Okay. So does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Cool. The second one.
Yeah.
That's a 17.
Hits.
Amazing. And third one. Another 17.
Hits.
Amazing. And
That's what I'm thinking.
All right, Natalie.
You wait till I get close enough to hit someone.
Just you wait.
It's all so far away.
Next session.
9 for the first one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are you adding your modifier?
yeah, now I'm adding
Yeah.
them. So, 14 for the second one.
The second one hits, and as the first one hits, he falls back again, and then you hit him again, and it just catches him like under his chin because he's falling back, and his head just explodes.
And then one more just hits him.
Pushes the corpse.
Yeah, down the stairs.
Yeah. For another 13.
He's dead. He's gone.
Dead corpse damage. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Just zoom in on the dead corpse there.
Yeah, that's me.
Thanks. Right. So
You're welcome.
yeah, now he's dead. All right. All right, and his turn. Right. So, seeing his allies falling to seemingly unseen enemies, this guy here, this one, is going to fly forward. And so the only thing it can see,
Come to me.
it is going to. Is it within range? Let's just check. Yes, it is. So you see, as he claps his hands together, and the waves of energy kind of just radiate off him, and then shoot forward. You need to make me
Ah.
charisma save, please.
Oh, I've got good charisma. I'm a celebrity. I forgot. Saving throw, yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. So that was a 2.
Hey.
Plus 3, but let me just scroll down my features and traits for the next 10 minutes. If you fail a saving, never mind.
Oh. You got so
Never mind,
excited.
indeed.
I'm not
As
raging.
so as this energy hits you and swirls around you, probably the only one that can actually see you is Soranus. Is as his vision, as your vision of him just dissipates, as he is gone.
Oh, Titus, we hardly knew ye. Anyway,
He'll be back in 1 minute. Right.
Have fun, guys.
Can
just touching up his hair.
Can I tap into my twin senses? Do I sense that he's not there?
in the senses.
Say you're
That's
too
not a
distracted firing down hell upon these poor people that you don't even know if they're the bad guys or not.
Well,
Right.
you know, they just now made my twin brother disappear, so.
Titus, you're up. No, you're not. Trinity, you're up.
Do I not get a save or anything? No.
Yeah. No way.
I don't think you do.
I don't
Save
think
at the end of my
do.
turn or
I think
anything?
it's if they break
Hold on.
concentration.
It's a concentration, and it lasts as long as the concentration lasts.
For banishment, yeah.
Okay, so after having like peppered off those 6 shots, Trinity out of instinct turns to look where Titus would be, like to kind of like give a little smirk or like that's how you do it type of thing.
You probably catch just the end of him.
Okay. Disappearing.
That's what that was.
Given the given my proclivity to the arcane, can I determine who or what has happened? I have the ability to do a banishing arrow myself. Would I be able to detect similar
Okay.
traits?
An arcane
Arcana,
check
yeah.
with advantage because of your banishment.
That's a
arrow.
natural 20
I
for a
have-
26.
Fucking hell yeah.
Nice.
I have a question. My magic sword that's still floating there.
Yeah.
Would that get to? I mean, it takes my bonus action to do, and technically.
You still
like-
need to control it. You can't control it. From
Okay, fine.
26
To be fair,
arcana.
I think it would just fall and
No.
splash into
No.
the
It's
water.
gonna it'll stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It floats until it makes 4 attacks, and after fourth attack, it tries to return to me.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's still floating there. Yes, with that natural 20, you definitely recognize the signs of banishment. You've seen this before.
Okay.
Not on him, but you've seen it before.
No. and-
Probably on him. Let's face it.
To be fair. She's done it once or
This is a
twice.
common spell used against Titus.
By
Okay.
his sister.
Yeah, by almost everyone he knows.
Okay, so I am going to, in that case, go 20 feet through the trees again.
Okay, you probably come into the edge of the tree
Yeah.
branches there.
That's fine. Does this guy look remotely constipated as though he's concentrating, or like the telltale
mean-
signs of concentrating on a spell, given the 26, or do you want me to roll an insight? I don't want a metagame. And be like, it's that dude.
He's the
Give
closest
me
one
an
to where I was.
insight.
He is the closest one to where you were.
He's just standing there going,
Exactly. Insight for a 13.
He is the only one that he has his hands together
Mm-hmm.
and looks like possibly.
Okay.
You're not 100% sure, but he is possibly the one that.
Well, coming to where I am anyway, I'm still gonna probably target him, regardless.
He is the closest, yeah.
So I am going to sharpshooter. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
That hits.
How is the D8 cocked? 25 points of damage.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw for concentration.
Yeah. What does it need to make?
It needs to be a
It's like half of the
12?
damage.
It's D10 plus the spell's level, isn't it? I don't know.
no, it's half the damage.
It's,
What did I just
it's
say?
half the damage or 10, whatever's
It's
whatever's
24.
most. 24, so 12.
Be 12.
Titus blinks back into existence.
Facing the opposite direction.
Upside down.
Where have I been taken?
I think. No, Trey's not going to say anything. But is going to fire another 2 arrows, both sharpshooter,
Okay.
at the same guy.
This one's pissed off, yeah.
23.
Hits.
For 25 points of damage.
Ouch.
Next one, no, not a chance. No, 11.
No.
Hit.
yeah.
However, I can automatically do my curving shot again.
Because
Mhm.
it missed. Yeah.
Because it missed. So we'll go to the one behind this guy.
Right.
I assume it remains sharpshooter, or does it? I didn't ask that last time.
I just thought it remained sharpshooter,
I
so
would
I'll allow
assume-
it.
It's a 14 with sharpshooter. Misses. Cool. I can't do it again, so that's
Yeah, just
that.
keep curling around. It's like, you know, in video games when you lock a missile on something and
Yeah.
then it's...
Okay, I think then. I can't really do much in terms of bonus action, so that'll be me this time.
Okay. Soranis, you are up.
I am. Oh, I have so little movement. Great in close range, but nothing is close.
Almost like I deliberately picked this map, so
No,
it's
massive.
put impedance.
So looking mildly worried at Titus disappearing into the ether to then instantly reappear a couple of seconds later when the guy who cast the spell is now peppered with arrows. Johannes just goes, well, that worked itself out. Okay. I'm going
Oh, Soranis, you're here as well.
bringing up the rear.
It appears we've been transported somewhere.
No, the same place, just turn around. It's the other way.
Oh, God!
So 30 feet of movements there. Action dash to like to here.
Yeah.
And as a bonus action, just because I should probably do something, I am going to. You see him put his hands together as from the hole behind his gloves, small bluish flames sort of extend out, and around him, sort of like an aura that looks almost like orange, sort of kind of like chakra in Naruto when they're charging up, but not quite.
Oh, yeah.
This sort of like orangish field sort of comes over him. It looks like heat waves. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself,
Nice.
just to give myself that extra AC. And that's it.
Okay. Well, Bubble Boy is going to fly another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, because they have the same problem as you guys. Right.
We're all so far away from each other.
What's your name? Fuck you, Ezekiel.
Right, so you
Oh,
are
that is
now revealed because you are on the edge of this canopy.
Yes.
Um. Hey, you see him do the same sort of movement as he claps his hands together and the waves of energy
Ew.
whoosh off him
Uh-huh.
and he throws the energy forward. Charisma save, please.
See,
Which
I'm
one
not...
did that?
Bubble Boy here, this guy.
This motherfucker, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not as charismatic as my brother.
Bastard.
Oh, my dice fell. Get another one. It's fine.
You're the one that is literally raining hell down on these guys.
Okay, I got a 1. I'm using Indomitable.
Yep.
I got a 2.
Can you use it twice?
You see this as the leaves just woof in her place as she
Yes.
blinks out of existence for 1 minute.
Point of clarification, was that banished again, yeah?
Yes, it was.
He has to be within 60 feet. He's 70 feet away. So he has to come closer.
Approach me if you dare.
Okay, so he doesn't do that.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh,
Yay!
he doesn't just step a few feet closer? You sure?
He moved his
Oh, he
full
moved already?
movement first.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
I get Indomitable back.
Hey.
Yippee!
Everyone in the party is a brief blink into the future.
Yeah.
Okay, he is just not having any of this. You guys being too far away. He is going to Misty Step.
Woo!
There you go.
Away.
No,
yeah. Further away from us.
so,
They'll never catch me alive.
there. That's his go. Nero, you're up.
All right. So Nero's gonna travel up. Is 30 feet, or I'm guessing 25 feet. If I'm halfway up, just shoot up above the tree line and continue forwards towards these.
You can go 30 feet if you're going straight. You're not. If you're
Yeah.
if you're dipping down, then it's going to be less. But if you're going straight, you can move full movement.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
straight ahead.
Okay.
And then flying above, sort of diagonally above Titus. Nero's going to look down and say, "We seem a little bit stuck. Do you want to get closer?"
Always.
All right. And he snaps his fingers, and you're gone.
Oh, not again!
But this time you reappear. I believe it is.
Because you magic man.
I can teleport you 90 feet. Is that it?
If it's vortex warp, it is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
vortex warp. So I'm vortex.
What a spell! What a spell!
Uh,
A staple.
I'm gonna vortex warp you to there.
Okay.
uh,
Oh, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter.
Oh, Clovis, I miss you.
there we go.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
And so that's my action. And for my bonus action, I'm Nero's gonna reach to the pommel of his sword and
Mhm.
unscrew it
Okay.
and take out a flute
Sick.
and cast bardic inspiration with his bonus action towards Trinity.
Yay!
Hey!
Can you cast someone when it's on a different plane?
Well, she's not a different
Oh,
plane.
he's not
not.
banished.
I'm not.
Sorry, I
Come
apologize. Sorry. Okay, yes.
What is it?
What
Is it
So-
D6 or D8?
You have a D8 of bardic inspiration, and you can use it for attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks.
Cool.
Saving throws being the optimal word there.
That'd be nice.
It's almost like
Yeah.
he thought that. Okay. Well, it is the gentleman that is right beside now, Titus. And he is a bit startled that you've come so close, you've just popped into existence beside him. He is going to. Oh, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
Titus just appears with his nipples at eye level to this guy and just places a hand on his shoulder.
Okay.
Pokes him in
Feel
the eye
my
with them.
pecs.
Are you ready?
Nipples.
Hold on. He is also going to, with disadvantage because you are in melee range, he is going. Actually, you know what? He's not. He's going to.
No, go on.
He's going to move. He's going
Oh.
to take the opportunity attack.
Okay. Your funeral. Shall I do that now then, yeah?
Yeah.
Let me just read something quickly. Can I do this on a reaction, or does it have to be on my turn? I want to see if I can use my zealous stuff.
You have to be ready.
Divine Fury, that's true. Okay. Well, I've still got a flaming greatsword, so I'll do that.
Yes, you do. Give him a twack with your flaming sword.
That'll do.
I didn't mean that to
You
sound
can
as
go- you can go-
condescending.
You can
Sorry.
go you can go like reckless great weapon master on an opportunity attack and stuff like that, right?
I don't know if you
I
can go
don't
reckless.
know.
No.
I think you
I
can
would-
do.
I think you can because it's an attack roll.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
pretty
you
sure.
can do
Yeah.
great weapon, but
When
I
you-
don't think you can do
Reckless attack when you make your first attack on your turn. So no, it's not reckless,
No.
but I'll do
Yeah.
great. I'll
No,
do great.
no,
great.
yeah.
I'll do great weapon master.
No worries.
I'll roll again because I didn't call it before I rolled. So -5. That's good. That's 18 plus 4 for a
Hits.
22 to hit. So. Five points of slashing damage plus. Wait, I'll just do this. 5 points of slashing damage. 7 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And 17 additional damage.
29.
Damn.
29.
You do
Valorborn
see-
twins!
Yeah, boy! We hit hard!
But he was expecting the slash as he sort of twirls out of your range. You do get a good slash across his back.
Uh-huh.
But then he thrusts his hand forward, and the familiar sensation now of lightning
Oh.
being blasted. Can I get?
Yes.
Dex save.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it is. Yeah, it is.
Okay. First one's a 12, second one's a 9, so 12 plus 4, 16.
Fails.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Whoa!
Now, this
Don't worry
is
about it,
why
guys.
when we chose the ban list of spells, Natalie was like, no, you can have silvery bards, that's fine, because it's only saving throw spells that she's casting.
Is that?
I'm waiting for an
Oh,
attack
wow.
roll. spell.
Okay. So that is
Did like that.
10,
Oh, I fucked you up.
Whoops.
21, 24, 20, 30, 33. 33 plus 4 is 37 points
Cool.
of lightning damage coursing through your body.
And you see he's shaking. You see his muscles begin to like the veins are popping out on his chest and stuff.
You see his nipples go.
Yeah. A little
You
arc.
see-
A little arc.
You do see sort of a look of why didn't that kill you? Like a okay, like just wash over him, and that is
Don't you
back
die.
to you, Titus.
So you see that. And I'm going to go into a zealous rage. I'm going to bonus action rage.
Let's
against this-
go!
Yes.
You hear from the tree, like, hyping him up. We are Valorborn!
And on the Valorborn, he also Valorborn and goes sort of Super Saiyan almost. The electricity sort of crackling over his body and through his hair, which is now standing on end. I'm going to make my first attack against him. Well, I have to step towards him, don't I? But I'll do that. I'll step towards him. I'll make my first attack with him. Reckless. Great
Okay.
weapon
Oh.
master.
Okay.
Let me figure this out. Yes, so I have to step closer to it. I have to step over here. So reckless, great weapon master. Oh, it's not bad. 17, and the second one is a 13. So 13. No, hang on. 13 plus 9 minus 5 for great weapon master. So plus 4. 13 plus 4.
17.
17. 17 to hit. 17 misses.
Because that's the one that cast major armor on himself.
Going again.
Okay.
7. 10 plus 4 gets her 14. Fuck, miss. Again.
As you swing and you swing, you do see a sort of little smirk arise on his face.
Okay, that's fine.
His arms were
Trinity.
locked in with electricity.
Soon as he gets hit, he's not going to be spawning anymore.
I totally does that. Right. So, Trinity.
Okay, I am going to... Do I have visual on him? The one with Titus?
Yeah, because this tree has fallen, so
Oh,
you have
okay,
a clear
cool.
visual.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Alright then, we will sharpshooter shot on that guy, first attack.
Okay.
That is gonna be.
Oh shit! I'm such an idiot. For some reason, I was taking it as disadvantage instead of advantage on reckless.
Why would you do that?
I don't know why, because
That's the point of reckless.
I know, but I had disadvantage in my head because that's what they get.
Yeah.
No.
Right. So what was the higher roll?
The higher roll on the first was a 17 plus 4.
Okay, that would have hit. So we'll come
The second
back
one,
to
the second one was
Trinity.
terrible
Hold on.
anyway.
Holding.
Okay, so good. Right, so I'm also going to use my divine fury on this as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone out there, we do know how to play D&D, I promise.
7 plus 15, so 22.
Okay.
Plus 7 fire damage, so 29. Plus 9 radiant damage. 29 plus
38.
9. 38.
Hey!
So he just the first swing where he just kind of swings round but it just creates this kind of disc of fire around his head as he winds up for the second one and just brings it down, and there's almost a burst, like a concussive bang as this blade hits the guy and just cleaves straight through him down to the floor, and there's almost like light popping out of him as he dies.
Okay.
And Titus's hair returns to his like blonde curtains as it was before.
Nice.
Cool. 20.
I
Yes.
did something, guys! Yay!
You did something!
Kill something.
Oh, that's completely changed my go. Hang on, 2 seconds.
What are you thinking, Serranus? Be thinking of your next move.
I already am.
I'm gonna go for the other guy on this rock, I think. Wait, which is Bubble Boy?
Bubble Boy is this one.
It is that one. Okay. I'm gonna attempt my initial arrow at that guy then, at Bubble Boy.
Oh boy.
Sharpshooter. No. Curving arrow to this guy.
Just no.
No.
I rolled a 2. It wasn't gonna happen. That's a natural 18, so minus 5, 13 plus 13, 26.
Yeah, shockingly.
So
Which one?
The one behind Bubble Boy, so
Okay.
him.
Yeah.
Shoddy damage. So that's
Bubble boy. Bubble boy.
1 plus 9, 10, 20 points of damage.
Nice.
It's shoddy damage on 20.
I rolled a 1 on the die.
Yeah.
You roll the 1 on the
I
die and
automatically
get,
do
and
19.
get 20.
Yeah, so, yeah, like my first attack on each round is automatically 25 damage before I roll anything.
Does it look like just like I'm kind of waiting a beat before firing off my 2 arrows? Does the bubble seem to shut up? Seem to absorb any of the damage? Can I get a glimpse of? I'm quite far away, so I don't know if I'd see what's happening.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh wait, no,
See
I
if
hit
you
the
can
other guy.
determine
Didn't
what
I?
it is.
I hit the other guy, didn't I? Because I missed.
Yeah.
We can say that it sort of bounced off as
Yeah.
it missed.
Okay.
So roll me an Arcana check and see if you can determine what it-
25.
Okay. You have seen this in a form. So this is
Let me remember.
globe of invulnerability. So
Okay.
you've
Oh,
never actually
shit.
seen this move. That's
No.
normally static.
Yes.
So it is homebrew.
Okay.
But he has a globe of invulnerability belt. So
Oh shit. Okay.
Yoink.
Right then, that's interesting. I am gonna continue firing at the one behind in that case.
okay.
As I think it's kind of a all men on deck situation for him.
Actually, I don't know if you're aware, I don't know if you're aware, but you got play inspiration by
Yes,
Baza.
I saw that. Yeah. So that is not going to hit. I can only do my curving shot once, so that just misses. That just flies off.
Okay.
So it'd be a 13 to hit.
Sunk into the water behind him.
Yeah. All right. Next one, sharpshooter. Better. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
That's better damage. So 25 points of damage. And
Nice.
I am going
He is
to.
barely standing.
Okay, that's good to know.
Hmm.
Like leaning more heavily on his staff. You probably could detect that if his staff wasn't there, he would have fallen over by now.
Well, that would have been that would have been for the staff. No, I'm not gonna waste my arcane shots on him then. That is. The tree was how much up? About 30 feet, yeah.
The tree you're on,
Yeah.
35, no, 30 feet to where you're standing, 35 to the top.
Okay, I am going to. I like my vantage point. It seems a bit silly to move.
It has that protected you well
It
up until this
has.
point.
I'm just so used to darting around a map.
Not just staying stationary in
Yeah.
your good tree.
Yeah, I guess I'll stay with my tree. I like this tree.
It's a little
Good tree.
camper, aren't you?
Good tree.
Yeah, I'm camping. I did spawn. Yeah, that's me.
Tyrannus, what are you up to?
Me? It's been quite a nice combat so far, to be honest. I'm not really had to do much.
I'm glad I'm providing you a nice combat.
Okay. Looking at the man in the bubble.
And the myth, the legend, Bubble Boy.
The bubble boy. I'm going to use my 30 movement to get to here. And he's definitely within 120 feet of me, right?
For who? Bubble Boy?
Yeah.
Let me just double check. 45 feet.
Yeah, but he's up, isn't he? So what's how far
Oh,
up?
he's been flying, but he's probably only like 10 feet up because he flew at the height of this platform at the back.
All right,
So,
cool.
Yeah.
Looking towards him and the orb that is around him. Soros doesn't like this, so bringing his hands up, he watches the palms ignite in this very hot orange-white glow, and he sort of just clamps them together like that in midair, but not really grasping anything. And at
Right.
5th level, I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Ooh.
Oh,
And
okay.
Nice.
As you see 2 large orange handprints appear on the outside of the bubble and look as if it burns it away from like the outside, and I'm dispelling that.
Is that a check or a save?
So I'm doing it at 5th level, so what level is Globe of Invulnerability or whatever it's called?
That is 6th level.
Okay, so he has to do a check, and it ends up being, and it's plus your spellcasting modifier. It has to beat 10 plus the level, so it has to beat 16.
Okay.
Is it him casting it or is it an object?
Is it above the spell's level? So wouldn't it be an 11?
Sorry, what?
Because I'm casting it at 5th, you said Globe of Invulnerability at 6th level.
Yeah, so you need to roll.
But is it the person casting it or is it an object?
No, it doesn't matter because it's
Okay.
the spell's level.
Spells level.
So you take 10 plus the spell's level.
So I roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
be a
you roll.
16.
Beat a
That's a
16.
hit.
With your spellcast, is it with your spellcasting modifier? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be
Yeah.
with
Plus,
wisdom.
so roll your spellcasting plus your spellcasting modifier.
Oh, yeah, that's an 18.
Woo!
You do
Let's
see
go.
as the hands they
Got him.
clamp onto something incorporeal and then it shatters into something very corporeal as it then just glitters and falls to the ground. Anything else on your turn?
Standing probably the furthest away from it, like having finally caught up to everyone else as they've been slowly encroaching on, you just sort of see him on the corner, just like, do your thing. And yeah, he's just going to stand there and watch the glitter.
Nice.
Oh, and now it's him.
Oh, bubble boy. Former bubble boy.
Oh boy.
Just boy, then.
Suddenly
It's just boy.
vulnerable. He is going to. Okay. He is going
Didn't like
to.
that laugh.
Uh,
He is going to look to the rippling muscles beside him and not like that. And you're going to feel a familiar sensation wash over your body as you
So
need to
good,
make a charisma save.
No problem.
Stop
I'm
it.
raged. I'm raging this time. Okay. Right. Charisma save. Oh, so it's a 18 on the dice, normal.
So hold on. Banishment needs to make a check of. How much did you say?
18. 15 plus 3.
Beats me by 1, yeah.
Okay, then I won't
Damn
use you.
let's do
Seeing-
what's going on.
His spell not take hold. He is going to retreat
Down, 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 down,
and
down.
fly
No, come back.
35 feet that way.
Oh, damn it.
And that is his go. So,
All right. Seeing as this, how this guy's fleeing, Nero's gonna fly 30 feet forward.
if you're talking, we
Yeah,
can't
we
hear
cannot hear you.
Oh yeah, sorry, forgot about that. Gonna fly 30 feet forward, and he's within 90 feet of me, right? If I was to fly 30 feet forward, let's see, 30 feet. There we go. He would be.
80.
What does that say?
80.
80.
80. Okay, I'm casting. I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Good job.
Yeah, at first level.
What save do I need to make?
I believe that is.
I think wisdom.
Yeah, I think so.
Would make sense.
Oh, sorry. Why did I say first level? Second level, because it's a second level spell. It is a wisdom save, yeah.
Okay.
17.
Plus his wisdom. 2. That's 21.
21.
Yeah.
And I said he was 80 feet from me, right?
Yeah.
Very good, very good. Let's see. Shit, okay, fair enough.
So you done?
Yeah, that's me for so that's action. Yeah, bonus action. I'm gonna do another bardic inspiration this time
Okay.
towards Titus.
Nice.
Because Titus needs to fucking make his saving throws.
I completely forgot about that.
All right, I'm raging now. I'm good.
Okay.
I cannot lose.
That's me.
Alright. This guy, non-bubble boy, seeing the other guy retreating, is going to see.
It's up to you.
Yes, he can. He's smart enough to know that this is not a good situation. So you do see as he casts his staff and he twists it, and this blue energy erupts from it, and in a wave that encompasses, it goes right past all of you. He is casting Time Stop.
Oh.
Oh,
Huh.
interesting. Huh.
So
say
you
no.
briefly stop the flow of time for everyone but yourself. No time passes for other creatures while you make where you take 1d4 plus 1 turns in a row, during which you can use actions and move as normal.
Fuck, I should have gone one level higher in
So,
sorcerer, so I could have had the counter spell.
1d4. 1. So he gets 2 rounds that only him.
Yeah.
But as you guys are frozen, you do see you can certainly Trinity and probably Serranus probably see a look of, what do I do? Do I keep fighting? Do I run? And he chooses the latter, as he takes his full 70 feet that way, and then on his, because that is movement and dash, and then he's going to do it again, and you see as he disappears down that.
Ah,
I don't know if you've noticed, but this is a swirl of stairs.
I hadn't until now.
So he disappears down there. So I'm going to remove him from the board. And you do see as the bubble,
top.
the wave of energy moves and claps back, and time starts again. And it is Titus's turn.
Woo!
Run, Titus, run.
I'm trying. I'm already raging. I can't rage again. Can I?
On double
Re-rage.
rage.
Can I drop? Yeah, no, drop.
I mean, you could drop it and get it back up, I think.
You can also end your rage as a bonus action.
Ah,
So
no.
no. Incorrect.
Oh, no. I'm a fighter, bitch.
All right. Well, in that case, just hopefully to hinder this guy from running away any further. If I just get up in his face, will I do something? Because he could Misty Step, can't he? He's already Misty Step once, and I've seen him do that.
You have.
All right then. I'm gonna run over here. Oh my god, well, that's moving the map, that's not moving me. 5, 10, 15,
That's how
20,
powerful he is.
30, 35,
Move the
40 to
world.
here.
He
I'll
moved
move
the
to
way.
there. As a bonus action, I'll give a little whistle. And Maximus will start moving towards me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there. And then as
Sorry,
my
did you name your sword after your dad?
That's where I got it.
You named it, Max. Okay, go on. Carry on.
That's where I got everything.
The whole personality.
I am a Nepo baby.
I am not surprised.
And I will hang on, I need to look something up that you sent me earlier, Natalie. Sorry. He will put the flame blade on his back and reach into his pouch. And he will hold out a gem, a white, clear gem,
Okay.
and he will say, "Bask in the glorious light of Talios." And I'm going to use my gem of brightness,
Okay.
and I'm going to use the third thing that it does. I'm going to expend 5 charges of the gem of brightness to
Okay.
cause a gem to flare with blinding light in a 30-foot cone in front of me.
Okay. Yeah.
Each creature in the cone must make a saving throw of 15, Constitution 15, or be blinded for 1 minute.
On.
Ah, bugger.
Sorry.
That's okay. But I bathed him
was
in
very cool.
divine. I bathed him in divine light, and it does nothing.
Roll me an intimidation.
Okay.
Ooh, good shout.
Hey. Okay, I am not bad at those actually.
Though he is not blinded, that could possibly scare him a little bit.
That's
Keep
six,
the gods on your side.
22, 16 plus 6.
Oh.
Okay, you do see his face turn from a quite confident, I'm running away and then nothing's going to get me, to a, he's scared.
Yeah, cool. That's the end of my turn. I have nothing else.
Nothing else. Okay, from
Does
my
your rage drop now because you didn't actually hit anything?
I hit something last turn, so if I don't get hit this round, at the end, yeah. Wait, let me. I'll read up. Hang on, 2 seconds.
Okay, so from my favorite tree, I am going to, just for flavor, I'm going to notch 3 arrows at once.
Nice.
But with one of them, before I notch it, I kind of like let out a high pitched whistle, and it looks like this quiver. It's like just a thread of energy wraps around it and forms and engraves a compass on one of the arrows. So one of my arrows is going to be a seeking arrow. So a creature that I have seen in the past minute, Mr. Time Stop. I'm going to fire an arrow towards him, and it moves around corners, ignores 3/4 cover, half cover. It can seek him out.
Nice.
Does it have a range on that?
It's my bow range. My safe range for my bow is 100. Is between 150. What? Is 150 feet. My max range is 600 feet.
Okay, so it would be within the range, but it would be in the 600 range.
It'd be in the
a
disadvantage,
safe range.
so I get disadvantage on that, which is fine. That's all good. I also have Bardic Inspiration if I need it.
Yep.
Disadvantage, I need it. This isn't Sharpshooter, by the way.
Just out of curiosity, doesn't Sharpshooter negate distance disadvantages on shots?
It does!
Yeah, I thought it did.
Yeah.
As a feat, it does.
Yeah.
Very good.
So,
Oh,
should I just re-roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
I very rarely use. I don't think I've ever used Sharpshooter.
You did a lot this combat.
Yeah, I have. This is the most I've ever used it, because I forgot when I was controlling Thingy from Campaign 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's better.
Thingy.
That I can't remember. So I didn't call it as a Sharpshooter shot, but my Sharpshooter feat allows me to have it straight and neutral. So that'll be a 27 to hit.
That does hit shockingly.
Okay, so that means that he has to make. Where is it gone? There's so many things. A dexterity save.
Okay.
DC
Or
40.
die.
Okay. He. Dex. He only got a 10.
Play. Okay, so that's a D8 plus D6 force.
Is what I'll be doing.
9 plus 9, 18 points of damage.
Okay.
And I know his location, so I've got a beat on him.
Do you know if he's still standing?
Better than he ever did.
I don't know. I learned the target's location.
I mean, you know if he stopped
I'll
running.
know if he stops moving.
Okay, with that, I'm going to say you know that he's still standing, that he's still moving.
Cool. Awesome. So I know where
Maybe
he
a bit
is.
slower than he was before.
That's fine. Okay, next 2 arrows. We're gonna do. Wait, is that guy dead?
Where are they?
Yes, that guy's dead.
Just seeing the magical radar
only
in
one
your
left
head,
on
the
the
dude
board.
stops.
How far away is? I can't read that number. What does it say?
75.
Oh, we're good. All right, 2 more shots in that fella, please.
Hey, give me some roll.
Sharpshooter.
I love how you just said that you had a 600 feet range, and you wonder what the range is. Just
I
fire
did
the
a
shot.
That's
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Okay.
But not with sharpshooter though.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
You can just
Sorry, I
fire
completely
600
forgot
anyway.
what Dan
to
told
us.
me a second ago. It's all fine.
You can hit everything.
19 to
shit.
hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Just because I'm curious, can someone see what the range says?
21
280.
damage.
There you go.
21 damage.
Literally anywhere on the map.
Yeah. You do. It thunks into his shoulder, and you still see the blade. The arrow still sticking out of his shoulder.
18 to hit on the next one with sharpshooter.
That just hits. Yeah.
Get him. Get him, sis.
22 damage.
Okay. Make a roll. Okay. You hit him, and he plummets the 10 feet from the sky and
Nice.
hits the rock. He is still alive,
Hmm?
but he is on all fours on that rock, clinging to life.
Okay. That is. Everyone's kind of dead. I'm gonna get out of my favorite tree.
You're safe now.
Yeah.
Emerged.
I am going to somersault my way down the tree, please.
Nice. I don't need a check because of all your stuff, but you are at the base of the tree.
Yeah.
Okay. Seranus, are you going to finish this?
Nah.
Kick his ass, Seranus.
I don't know. I kind of just want to save my spell slots now.
Cast light on him.
Give him a cantrip. Knock him out with a cantrip. Just to piss him off.
Oh yeah, 'cause I can
Give me a
I
target
can-
to shoot at.
I can move closer. That's right. I forgot.
That's true.
I can do that thing
What move?
players, that players do. I remember combat. Okay. Gonna move into this little watery crevicey bit here. About there. That's 30 feet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just measure me distance. Oh yeah, we're good.
What are you hitting them with?
Yeah, we're gonna capture this bastard. Seeing as he is on all fours, barely clinging to life, Seranus is just gonna look to the guy and just goes, "I think your time is up." It was a good show, though. As he brings his hands together for one clap, you just hear this ring out, and I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on this guy. He needs to make a wisdom save of 19.
Wisdom. 19.
19!
Yeah.
Damn! Alright.
I'm a-
His modifier. Okay, so he is a
Yeah.
+2.
Okay.
I'm rolling. Got 3.
Oh.
Not quite enough. Not quite
No,
enough.
not,
Close.
not quite enough, but yeah.
So
So,
that'd be
How do I
fine.
do this?
Do you know what? I'm not going to stick to this theme because he's quite low key. Compared to everyone else, it's not particularly flashy. It's not particularly, big. But as he claps, and you just hear the sort of like almost like a church bell just ring out twice. You just before you Titus, you just see his face just sort of like turn to sort of ash as sparks and little bits of cinder just flake away from his face. He just disintegrates into ash, essentially.
And
Nice.
he does as his skeletal form and robes hit the rock, and the pool around him becomes murky with his ashen skin.
Lovely.
Don't know without me, guys.
You are now out of combat.
Titus just kind of turns to you, Seranus, putting the gem away, and just holds out a hand as the other greatsword just flies into it, and he puts it on his back. That was That was rather uncouth.
Uncouth. What do you know that one?
Uncouth.
Yes.
You two have spent the better part of 40 seconds raining absolute hell down on these people.
Well, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's how the Valorborns fight.
Yes,
Isn't that
well,
right? That's my sister.
Tracy at this point is already beginning to follow the beat that she has on the person that's gone down the well, so she's a bit up ahead. I've got a beat on them!
And as you get to the bottom of the stairs, there, I would say, we are going to. You do know that the now, is this as far away as he ever is that you can tell where he is?
I think I get a beep at that point in time. I don't know if he's gone further or anything like that. It's just like a pulse of where he is.
So you knew at that point he is probably a good, 3 floors down.
Okay.
Ooh.
Thinking about distance, beneath you.
Okay.
And that is where we are going to end tonight's session. What is waiting for our adventurers below? We will see next Tuesday. And let's hope they haven't just used all their slots.
That was so good,
These
man.
two.
That was so fun. That was
Yeah,
so
that was great.
good.
Incredible. And
Smashed
my-
it.
My rage did drop there, by the way. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
so good.
So good. Well done, Natalie. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for putting this together.
Thank you very much for
This has
playing.
been a really fun little game, man. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
Can't wait for next week.
Mhm.
We are not raiding this week.
I don't know how to do that. So
Right, can I just point out one thing, Natalie? I feel slightly attacked by this because the one character I've made that hasn't had the mobile feat in probably about 3 or 4 characters, every single turn, the people were 10 feet away from me. Exactly 10 feet away.
saying
This
that
feels
I
like
saw your character sheets and went, this needs to be a bigger map. But, I mean, possibly.
I'm
one
fine.
time I don't take the mobile feat, they're just out of reach.
I think Dan's
Never
feeling
again.
that as well. He spent the entire game just kind of trying to get onto the board.
yeah. I'm great at close range.
It's all
I
right, we're going
really
in- we're
like
going-
fighters.
we're going in some tunnels now.
Yeah,
it's
this
fine,
is where
we'll do
I'm
that.
at the disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this
No,
is
you're
where I
not.
will be a fucking steamroller.
We're human, we
I
can't
really
see.
enjoyed this. I really enjoyed DMing for you finally. And
Dude, you did so
hopefully
well.
So good.
Next Tuesday will be a little bit smoother. I was very nervous. I don't know if you could tell.
Think with the
But,
technical side of things, but we will. Yeah, it's been amazing, Natalie. Honestly, had a lot of fun.
I'm glad. So we will see you all next Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's it. Bye.
Bye,
Thanks for joining us, chat.
Guys.
Take care.
Bye.